Friday afternoon, and welcome to Jackson Christian School. My name's Dan Reeves, along with David Wade. Is Jackson Christian getting set tonight to host Davidson Academy, the defending state champion, here on the campus of Jackson Christian. It's a huge game tonight, son, with all kind of playoff implications. Is Jackson Christian and Davidson Academy jockeying for position in the playoffs? Andrew Chapman's going to join us here in just a moment. Paul Schulze, Worthy Road Studios, where you can watch the game tonight. Are we live already, Paul? We're Hollywood, folks. We're Hollywood at WNWS.com. If you'll write the names down of these gentlemen, we'll get them all. We'll make them all famous. You know what, Paul? But here we go, Dave. I mean, this team here, I've seen them this year already, Davidson Academy. I've seen them 3 times in the last 12 months, and they may be the best team I've seen this year. And I've seen Milan and Hardin County and Lexington, and they may be the best one of all those teams. How you doing, Brother Dave?
Man, I am doing absolutely great, and you're right, Dan. I'm telling you, Davidson Academy has come in here, and I saw them in the last few months in that time frame with you one time with umbrellas and everything else we could get.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
But I'll tell you, this is a strange kind of night for me because, the first part of the season, Jackson Christian came out and they were literally hitting on all cylinders. There was no question that the offense was just boom, boom, boom. And then they get the COVID against the Columbia Academy team, and then they draw a bye. And I mean, they didn't draw a bye. The bye was just there. But at the end of the day, that's 3 weeks. I mean, they went 20 days without playing a contest, which really, if you look at it, that is about what the colleges do when they step out to get ready for their bowl game. And since that, they have not been able to regain the rhythm of that offense with 2 losses in a row. The first loss against Nashville Christian was probably something that they it's a good ball team, but you got to really call last week's loss to Trinity an upset. Trinity played really well. But, Jackson Christian is in a place right now that they could have, after tonight, they could drop 3 in a row after being so strong and after that big victory over USJ. So they really need to come out and do something. But, gosh, what a hard ticket to buy right here that you've got to do this against the Davidson Academy.
Andrew Chapman, he came to town to be the voice of the Jackson Generals. COVID hit, and then Major League Baseball's tinkering around with things, and geez. So Andrew, I don't know. Let's go back a year and a half ago. You're living in California. If someone would have said, Andrew, you're going to be calling a high school football game in West Tennessee in late October, just before the presidential election, on a Friday night. How are you, Andrew?
Hey, Dan, I'm doing well. Thanks so much for letting me into the broadcast booth tonight. It's nice just to put a headset on for the first time in a long while. Last time I got to call a baseball game was September of 2019. Like you said, we unfortunately didn't get to have any minor league baseball this year in Jackson, so let's put the professional athletes aside and watch some of the best high school athletes in town. Looking forward to calling a football game with you,
Andrew,
gentlemen.
I got to ask the real question. Did you ever think that from California a few years ago you'd be sitting here with Dan Reeves on a Friday night? Dan Reeves.
The last high school football game I attended might have been when I was a high schooler, my senior year. Shout out Lincoln High School in Stockton, California. But they do high school football different in Texas, I've been told. And I got to imagine they're a little bigger, they're a little faster, maybe a little stronger here in Tennessee than some of those kids I watched in California.
Well, California, Texas, Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Georgia, those are the states that traditionally have the best high school football. They say, but Dave, here in our state, Tennessee, it's improved by leaps and bounds over the last decade. I think it's the best that it's ever been. And of course, the population explosion in Nashville has certainly helped, and the state of Tennessee's taken on quite a bit more population, which translates with some great coaches and some great systems. And when you start talking about nutrition and weight and strength and conditioning, those Well, and the 4-on-4, what are the 4-on-4
The
drills,
7-on-7.
7-on-7 drills, all these things have culminated in the quality of high school football in Tennessee improving tremendously.
Well, and you're right about that. And I remember, I'll go back. It's been about 10 years ago, and the crew that I was refereeing with drew the Christian Brothers Nashville Innsworth game in the playoffs. And we went down to Memphis, and we're at Christian Brothers. And I remember walking out on that field, and both teams were stretched from the 40-yard line to the goal line, all the way sideline to sideline, and they were totally that deep. And I was like, man, look at the numbers. But then the thing that caught me was there was probably 7, 8, 9 coaches on each side. And I mean, those strength coaches, position coaches were there. And that was the difference in West Tennessee. But now you start to see these rural schools and these bigger schools, and just taking in our area, that now, I don't know if anybody's been on 840 in a long time. Just come back from Gatlinburg and past Centennial High School, which looks like a college. We don't have that type of a school and a facility anywhere around here, short of going into Memphis and getting one of them. But man, we have picked it up, and I think that the weight programs, that the coaching staffs now that have so many that they can specialize in, has lifted it up to a level that we're really, proud to be at. And I'd like to know, how does the atmosphere of this right now compare to California?
Well, like I said, the last time I got to really sit down and enjoy a high school football game was probably back in maybe 2013 or so, pre-COVID era, when you'd really pack the house and the student section would be rowdy shoulder to shoulder. But these seem like some pretty good athletes down there on the field, and like you said, the quality of football around the state of Tennessee, I think, is really improving, especially when you look at some of the leadership of these programs. We're going to see Jonathan Quinn, the head coach of this Davidson Academy team, the former NFL quarterback, of course. You got Trent Dilfer out in Nashville now, who's revitalized the Lipscomb Academy out there, and let's see what Jackson Christian can do tonight. They certainly have their work cut out for them against the team that's at the top of the division in 2A.
And down in Memphis, Coach Lott that played at Tennessee, there's a lot of coaches that were famous in college that went on the NFL for a little while. They didn't have stellar careers, that are coaching in the Memphis area right now. They're trying to bring that back up, which it's being hard to do. But all in all, you're right, man. I started listening to last night about all of the quarterbacks and everything in Middle Tennessee, and those schools like Independence, Centennial, all of those that have been built up right now. They are just becoming huge. And man, what an asset you have to have an actual NFL quarterback sitting there teaching you, so your practices are set up that way.
Trent Dilfer, the quarterback, the world champion Baltimore Ravens.
Wow.
Actually, he just stayed out of the way. That defense won a world
that's the best quarterback.
Hey, you know what? There's not a lot of people that have a ring, and Trent Dilfer has a ring. We got a new sponsor tonight joining us, and certainly glad to have him along with us. Roger Smith, many of you know Roger, Great American, Thompson & Smith Insurance, your trusted choice insurance agency serving the personal and business insurance needs of West Tennessee. You can check them out at thompsonandsmith.com. Thompson & Smith, they offer expertise and choice when it comes to your home, auto, or business insurance. thompsonandsmith.com. Roger and Chuck Thompson, they don't have a headquarters in New York City. They live right here in Jackson. Their family lives right here.
You got that 731 area code.
They got the trust is what matters most, and they'll make sure that you are covered. The best coverage at the best available price, and that can't be beat. Thompson & Smith Insurance. Also by Sonic of Jackson. Jerry Stansville's going to be here tonight, the owner of Sonic. 6
great.
Jackson Sonic locations, his first game this year. His son plays for Jackson Christian. Jerry supported high school athletics for a long time. It is great to know. I just was messaging with Jerry. He's going to be here tonight. I know he's happy. Sonic of Jackson with 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Man, hey, Jerry, bring me a Red Bull slush. Will you do that and some tater tots?
I have got to stand here right now and say, hello, my name is Brother Dave, and I am a Cinnabon or Cinnabon Snacks, whatever they have. I'm an addict. I cannot go to Sonic without walking out with
I like the Sonic Blast, a little vanilla ice cream with some Reese's peanut butter cups.
Jerry,
I have to stop myself from going there every night. I live across the street from one.
Jerry, I know I don't normally call the Jackson Christian games, but it's in my rider. It's in my contract. I checked Andrew's rider. It's in it. Dave doesn't have a rider, but he's going to, piggyback on us, Brother Dave.
Yes, I had the BLT today, actually, from Sonic. It was fantastic.
Oh, it is fantastic. Sonic of Jackson, 6 Jackson Sonic locations. By King Jewelers. Grover Blue Eyes King, the king of bling. Grover King at King Jewelers. At King, Grover is a 30-some-odd year certified jeweler. Now, that's a craftsmanship that's been long gone.
Man, when's the last time you could go somewhere and do that? And get a stone set or
create a unique piece for you for Christmas. 16B Conrad Drive. King Jewelers, free gift wrapping for Christmas. Also by Reliable Lawn Care and Landscaping. Tim Armstrong and Company, the absolute best in the business. Reliable Lawn Care and Landscaping.com. Check their workouts right there online. And the Toyos Clinic. We got a special offer at the Toyos Clinic we'll tell you about when we return. And we'll take a look around West Tennessee at some huge matchups here. The final regular season night for high school football. USJ's off tonight because of COVID. The Bruins scheduled to play Clarksville Academy. That's not going to happen. Clarksville Academy got hit by the COVID bug, so that ain't happening. We'll try to make some sense out of this region when we return and tell you what we think and how it's going to line up for the playoffs. All that's straight ahead here. You're listening to the Kickoff Call-In Show on News Talk 101.5. Cameron Greer producing and directing. Cameron, how you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. I'm excited for another game.
I like your attitude. I tell you what, when the game's over, go get something to eat. Get whatever you want. I mean, you're paying for it, so get whatever you want. We'll be right back here live from Jackson Christian School, Ronnie Fowler Stadium. Jackson Christian and Davidson Academy straight ahead here on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Hey, Dan.
Hang on.
Dan.
Hang on.
Danny.
Whoa, what?
Let's sell this house and buy another.
Hey, how long do you want that break for?
Seriously, this was your house when we got married. We need to find our house.
Emily, mi casa es tu casa.
Your bachelor pad is my bachelor pad?
Okay, babe, look, if we're going to do this, we have to call the Greer Real Estate Group.
Oh, I like that.
4 minutes, Cameron, 4 minutes.
And they know what they're doing.
Gotcha.
Brad's hobby is construction and repair. He can help us with what we need to get our house ready for the market.
And I like Jennifer. She's kind, helpful, and handles all the paperwork.
And Jonathan Greer, he's like a son to me.
Speaking of children,
Now, wait a minute. We've got Freddie and Susie.
they're cats, Dan.
Wow, that's getting serious. I'm Brad Greer with Greer Real Estate Group. Jen, John, and the other agents at Greer Real Estate Group don't do family planning, but we do know how to help people with buying or selling a house. Give Greer Real Estate Group a call at 300-4100 and let us show you why our clients refer us to their friends.
Dan, we have to have a pool.
Oh, jeez.
If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto Body at 783-0075, and they can handle the rest for you. With rental cars on site, they can have you back on the road with no delay. They repair all makes and models, both foreign and domestic. No need for you to run to a franchise or dealer where you're just another number. At Precision Auto Body, you're known by your name and your concerns about your vehicle. They've been in the same location between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians and continuous education, so they can repair your vehicle to factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your vehicle. So don't be just another number, and don't be steered in the wrong direction. Call Precision Auto Body, 783-0075.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at macpestcontrol.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Have you been looking for a jeweler that you can trust to give your jewelry the care it needs? Look no further than Grover King. He's been the owner and jeweler of King Jewelers for 23 years and has over 35 years experience in jewelry repair and custom design. If you've been dreaming of a custom piece unique to you, stop by King Jewelers. The staff is friendly, knowledgeable, and will inspect and clean your jewelry for free. King Jewelers always has beautiful pieces in store, from bridal jewelry to one-of-a-kind estate pieces. Open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5:30. 16B Conrad Drive in Jackson. KingJewelersJackson.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep. Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at oldcountryauto.com.
Keeping you informed, alerted, and entertained. We're Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
And welcome back to Ronnie Fowler Stadium on the campus of Jackson Christian in Jackson, Tennessee for tonight's football game against Davidson Academy, who comes in as the leader in the division, and Jackson Christian trying to stop a two-game slide that they've got in the last couple of ball games. And Andrew, talk to you a little bit about the West region. And as I look at this schedule that's there, you know, we will go with some of them. You got Montgomery Bell and Christian Brothers, which is in a higher district, a division than we are. Columbia Academy is going to get a loss to Fayette Academy tonight on the COVID. Davidson Academy is obviously here at Jackson Christian. Trinity Christian will be going to Nashville Christian. And as far as that is all the games that are being played, because Tipton Rosemark is going to give Millington a 1-0 win, and USJ is going to get a 1-0 win over Clarksville Academy. So two games going on tonight in the district, but it's a very, very, very important game in the district right here proceeding for the playoffs.
Yeah, in this unpredictable world right now, you're just fortunate if you get to make it to kickoff and boot it into the other team's special teams. And at that point, you know, you hope that everything can go off without a hitch, and that's what we have here tonight. So a chance for Jackson Christian to really make a statement. For Davidson Academy, they're trying to finish off a perfect regular season and be above the standings to end the regular season. And it's going to be a tight one tonight. We'll make sure we keep our eyes on all of the different scores and give you those updates throughout the evening. We're talking one big key right now for Jackson Christian in this one. I think Aaron Smith, he's shown that he can be a mobile quarterback this year. And Davidson Academy, they're going to bring the house. They have 21 sacks on the entire year, and they get to quarterback. So if Aaron Smith can be mobile tonight and he can try and use those legs to scramble around, try and keep some plays alive, then you know, maybe this Jackson Christian offense can get a couple of scores early and get Davidson Academy on their heels and try and use some of that early momentum.
You know, and they run the hurry up a little bit, and you're exactly right. Aaron Smith is going to be in control of this game, and that is the number 2 quarterback in passing in this area. You know, he's definitely thrown the ball well, and 2 of his receivers have done extremely well. Peyton Tinsley and Will Cisco have done a great job of making that the great catches and running the yak yards, obviously. And then you've got the deep threat in Danielle Brooks that's going to come in there. But I'm going to tell you right now, the thing that I have noticed in the coming back, and which Jackson Christian, after the big victory over crosstown rival USJ, yeah, they got a COVID win, and then they had a bye on the schedule, which puts them off for 3 weeks. And what I have noticed is that the rhythm has not been there, and the line of scrimmage has been being controlled by the visiting team or the other team. Let's put it that way. So, in my opinion, right now, you've got Cameron Manners, Forrest Manners, at the right guard and tackle, Tim Craig at the center, Will Stanfield at the left guard, and Charles Sims. They have got to somehow take control over this big Davidson Academy line and just get something up that will allow us to hit up the middle a little bit to open up those passing yardage for Will.
Yeah, for Davidson Academy, their offense runs through the running back, Griffin Sweeney. Now, on the Jackson Academy side, like we said, it's going to need to be the quarterback, Aaron Smith, that takes control of the game. Davidson Academy, they're probably going to stick with that hefty run game that they've been so successful with. Griffin Sweeney, 22 total touchdowns this year, 21 of them on the ground, 6 games on the season with at least 100 yards. He even had a 230-plus yard running game a couple of weeks ago. So they're going to try and run it down the throat. Maybe you bring some extra guys into that box and you just try and clog things up and let the quarterback for Davidson Academy try and throw and win it that way.
You know, and this goes back, and it's kind of funny as I remember. I don't know if there's a lot of people out there listening tonight that would remember the football film starring Tom Cruise called All the Right Moves. And at one of those games, they were going up against one of their big foes, and it was kind of the same situation. They were, their team threw the ball, and this team was just going to shove it down your throat. And the coach kind of said, we're going to run a goal line defense the entire time, which is kind of like what you're saying.
Yeah.
We run a 3-4, and it's that's great for your linebackers, but if you do let those linemen come off of those blocks and be able to get in the way. Don't have to hit the linebacker, but get in the way of the linebacker with a running game like that. So I'm with you right here, Andrew. Bring them up. You know, this to me, you get a running team that concentrates and has that type of thing, they can't beat you with a run. Do whatever it takes. If they beat you with a pass, then hats off, give them a tip. But you got to make them do something they don't want to do.
So it's going to be really a matter of, can the Jackson Christian quarterback sling it for the first half at least the game, try and get some momentum going for Jackson Christian, and then on the opposite side, really trying to stop that run defense, try and make it a quarterback game tonight instead of necessarily a ground game where Davidson Academy has really thrived. And just want to highlight one thing on the defensive side as well for Davidson Academy, a player to watch tonight, so to speak, and that's Kendall Ball. He's their leading tackler, 60 total tackles on the season, 10.5 per game at this point. He is a beast. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. At least that's what the roster says. If you look at him in person, he looks maybe a little bit more than 200 pounds, but he's going to be the big guy down low to try and make Aaron Smith uncomfortable tonight. So if they can maybe even double team him, try and get a couple combo blocks and keep that man out of the backfield to allow your quarterback a couple extra seconds.
You know, it's funny because you get into basketball, and I'm a softball coach at Freed Hardeman. Softball, baseball, and basketball, they'll add an inch, they'll add this, they'll add that. Seems like in football they'll take a little bit off to do whatever. But as you say that, the defense for Jackson Christian is going to be Chase Birmingham at the tackle. Your nose guard is going to be Brandon Bennett, and at the other tackle is Elijah Wiley. Now, that's the 3 down linemen that are going to be there. The linebackers that will eventually come in, Jackson Taylor, Trip Hearn, Everett Wells, and Tacker Nash. You've got to move some of them up into those holes because, like you said, if you only are going to put them 3 down linemen against what obviously if they run the ball well, you got a good running back, but you also got that good line. And, I'm telling you, we've got to figure out a way that when that running back gets to there, he needs to run into a pile of bodies. You don't have to necessarily make the tackle, but make him at that point get side to side, and then you can chase him down because I've always taught this many, many years. There's 13 players on defense. Both of them sidelines will make every single tackle if you can force it to.
That's right. It's gonna be a good one in the trenches, and we'll see if we see these quarterbacks try and air it out tonight. I'm looking forward to calling this one tonight, David.
Well, I'll tell you, you will really, really love watching Trip and Aaron Smith, and I'm telling you, the offense of the first year was so wide open. You really never knew what was coming at you. The minute they'd hit you up the middle, then they run the little jet sweep pass, and then after everybody comes up to stop that, boy, they would hit Danielle Brooks deep. And the offense is there, the defense is there. They haven't looked very well the last few times that they've played, but I'll tell you, now they're building up for a big game. If they bring the team that they had against USJ, we're in for a really, really good ball game.
Jackson Christian, a little bit of comeback in them too after last week. After that tough loss, that they're going to try and leave it all out there this tonight to end this regular season.
Absolutely.
Also tonight, a lot of big games around West Tennessee. One of those in Milan on the carpets is Milan hosting Westview. Milan's region champion day. They knocked off Covington. In Covington, they beat South Gibson, beat the snot out of South Gibson. They also, last week, beat Hardin County. You think about some of the teams they've knocked off over the last few weeks. Look at Jerry and Michelle. Jerry Stanfield. If you had to pick right now, 1 through 3, the best 3 teams in Gibson County in order, that may be a tougher question to answer than you would think. How would you rank them? Because you got South Gibson to beat Covington. They're on a roll. Of course, Peabody, the state's longest active win streak. And Milan, they've won 8 in a row. And who's been more impressive, beat Lexington as well. Lexington's only loss this season. So, boy, how would you line them up, Dave?
Well, right now, I would have to line it up as Trenton, Milan, and then South Gibson. And if you were asking me if I needed to tell you who I thought the top teams in the whole area was, it might just absolutely be the same deal. You might have to throw Hardin County in there in that 3rd spot, but man, wow, what a job that Milan has done, because when they came out, I thought this was going to be a rough year for Milan. I did not think that they would come out and do exactly what they have done. Trenton, it was kind of expected. I think people realized that South Gibson was going to be good, but wow, all of that in one county. And I'm going to tell you what, a lot of people don't talk about this. Humboldt's getting better. They're not the old Humboldt that we're used to in the last few years, who had struggled to get numbers and struggled to get out there. But you asked me the question, I'm going to say Trenton, Peabody, then Milan, and then South Gibson.
Well, I still can't put Milan ahead of Peabody because they lost to Peabody this year. But I'd like to see them play right now. It'd be a fantastic game. But, Shane Jacobs and that coaching Tab Val, that's an all-star coaching staff
big
over
time.
there.
And a little man named Marley's in there, too. Of course, he's done his share of coaching.
Young guy, got his break there in Trenton.
He did.
Mickey Marley, the legendary Mickey Marley.
We're glad he's getting the break.
Speaking of legends, hey, Heather. How you doing? Heather looking good. It's COVID.
Andrew,
I don't know if anybody told her it's COVID.
He's running for mayor.
I know, running from the mayor. You almost said it right.
We were just saying, Dave and I, Dan, that in this day and age, just glad to kick off when at the scheduled start time. And once the ball's in the air and we get going, we're going to play some football. And I'm fortunate for some other programs in the area that have had to deal with COVID, but it's an uncertain world. All you can do is do your part and hope you can play football on Friday.
This game being presented by Tim Armstrong and Reliable Lawn Care and Landscaping. The Bob Villa of Lawn Care in Jackson, they do landscape maintenance and insulation. And right now you can get those leaves removed courtesy of Reliable Lawn Care and Landscaping. Get that done, folks, at the best in town, Reliable Lawn Care and Landscaping.com. David Mike's hot, big guy. He's only been in the business 20 years. Kimberly Evans, Caldwell Bank Real Estate Now. Kimberly Evans at Caldwell Bank Real Estate Now, multi-million-dollar producer in real estate for 2020. Average days in the market for a Kimberly Evans listing, 9 days. Office number 731-668-1777. Kimberly's cell number 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com. Also presented by our friends over at Carlock Nissan in Jackson on Van Drive. Call Logney side of Jackson.com. By McDonald's of Jackson. The Gamble family, they bought the McDonald's in Jackson, and once they did, you could tell quickly how improved it was, cleaner, the service better. When the Gambles come in, things change. McDonald's in Jackson, Humboldt, Bells, Brownsville, and let's see where down in Corinth, Mississippi.
Corinth.
Yes.
Well, I tell you,
Corinth, Mississippi. Yes, sir.
I know the one out south is immaculate now.
It
Love
is.
going through there.
That's McDonald's bringing you high school football here at JCS. Loving high school football. We're back in 4 minutes. You can watch tonight's game at WNWS.com on our digital TV network, and we'll tell you who else you can watch tonight. We mentioned South Gibson. What are they doing tonight? We'll tell you in a moment. Trinity Christian's in Nashville. You can watch that game. We'll run down the list. In Crockett County, a big game tonight in Alamo versus Dyersburg. All USJ is off tonight because of a COVID cancellation. We'll tell you and run it down and line it up for you when we return. Live from Ronnie Fowler Stadium on the campus of Jackson Christian School on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto Body at 783-0075, and they can handle the rest for you. With rental cars on site, they can have you back on the road with no delay. They repair all makes and models, both foreign and domestic. No need for you to run to a franchise or dealer where you're just another number. At Precision Auto Body, you're known by your name and your concerns about your vehicle. They've been in the same location between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians and continuous education, so they can repair your vehicle to factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your vehicle. So don't be just another number, and don't be steered in the wrong direction. Call Precision Auto Body, 783-0075.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989. 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
Don't fumble the ball when it's time to choose a body shop. Choose Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and has rental cars on site for your convenience. Free estimates and free local pickup and delivery. If other drivers were off sides and your car suffered a little unnecessary roughness, remember it's a win every time at Mitchell's. For a safe and economical repair, getting you and your car back in the game. Like Mitchell's Body Shop on Facebook. They're giving away tickets to some of your favorite games. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson.
Need a haircut on a Monday, but no salons open? We've all been there with hairdressers not open on Mondays. Not anymore. House of Hair opens Monday and every Monday. Walk-ins welcome, appointments to suit your schedule. And right now, House of Hair is looking to hire 3 hairdressers and a nail technician. House of Hair, a full-service hair salon. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 16A Conrad Drive, Jackson. 731-240-1660.
Has this pandemic got you upside down financially? Hey, we've been there, and we're here to help at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry. We buy, sell, and trade firearms. Krasner Pawn and Jewelry also buys and sells Rolex watches and diamonds. We loan money, and Krasner Pawn and Jewelry buys, sells, and trades gold. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30. It's Saturdays 9 to 5. KrasnerPawn.com. And take a look at our items on Facebook at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry, 2156 North Highland Avenue.
The latest news, hottest talk. Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
Well, just about 15 minutes or so away from kickoff tonight here from Jackson Christian School. My name's Dan Reeves, along with David Wade and Andrew Chapman. Andrew, the voice of the Jackson Generals. Kind of quiet this summer. We'll ask Andrew what the future looks like here in just a bit. But right now, Brother Dave has the starting lineups for Jackson Christian School. And Jackson Christian taking on the defending state champions tonight, Davidson Academy, presented by Dr. Toyo's Clinic. You want freedom from glasses and contact lenses? Dr. Toyo's Clinics offer the latest technology. That's flapless LASIK. There is no downtime from sports or life. You can get back to it the next day. Dr. Toyo's Clinics in Memphis and Nashville, the only flapless LASIK centers around. You can call 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989, and mention the Dan Reeves 360 discount and say $360. ToyosClinic.com. Starting lineups when we return. Right now, we'll take a timeout for the prayer and the national anthem back in 4 minutes.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558, 731-697-8558, or 731-668-1777, KimberlyEvans.com.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Have you been looking for a jeweler that you can trust to give your jewelry the care it needs? Look no further than Grover King. He's been the owner and jeweler of King Jewelers for 23 years and has over 35 years experience in jewelry repair and custom design. If you've been dreaming of a custom piece unique to you, stop by King Jewelers. The staff is friendly, knowledgeable, and will inspect and clean your jewelry for free. King Jewelers always has beautiful pieces in store, from bridal jewelry to one-of-a-kind estate pieces. Open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5:30. 16B Conrad Drive in Jackson. KingJewelersJackson.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep,
hey, Cam?
it's the same laid-back atmosphere
Cameron.
people expect from Old Country Auto.
Cameron.
Yep. Check out that family looking at that
Bring us
SUV.
back with the opening.
Think they can buy? Nope.
Ball,
Well,
please.
they did and got a great deal, too. Yep. Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at oldcountryauto.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
The following is a presentation of WNWS.com.
It's Friday, and that's the day when all these high school football games. Football. High school. Football. High school. Football. Come on, bring it! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Good Friday evening. Hello from Ronnie Fowler Stadium in Jackson, Tennessee. My name's Dan Reeves, along with David Wade and Andrew Chapman. Cameron Greer producing and directing, and on the TV side, Worthy Road Studios. Great to be back with Paul Schulze, our producer and replay man tonight. Also the CEO of Worthy Road Studios. Paul also, as I understand, is COO, President and Chairman of the Board of Worthy Road Studios. Yes, he has a big ego, folks. Gary Lockhart is the director, and Vincent Lockhart is on the main camera tonight. Paul doesn't have a big ego.
No, he is DA man, the man.
He is fantastic. Paul Schulze. Yes, and I tell you this, when you look at what's happening is here comes the unbeaten defending state champion, Davidson Academy. They're 9-0. Jackson Christian 7-2 coming into the game. And our starting lineups tonight for Jackson Christian brought to you by the Toyos Clinic.
Well, we'll get to the starting lineups here. First, we'll start on offense with the big men that are going to have to do the job up front in handling that Davidson Academy defense. Number 77, Charles Sims, will be starting on the offensive line at tackle. 63, Will Stanfield will be at the guard. 55, Tim Craig will be the center. Cameron Mainers, number 56, will be the left tackle. And 75, Forrest Manners will be the left tackle. Cameron is going to be the guard. Then at wide receiver, you got number 1, Danielle Brooks. Number 7, Peyton Tinsley. And number 21, Will Cisco. At fullback, number 22, Jackson Taylor. Number 3, Cam Boyd will be at your running back and calling the signals tonight for the Jackson Christian offense. Number 11, Aaron Smith. Then we'll move to the defense real quick. And as we look at the defense, this is going to have a big, tall order for them. Number 42, Chase Birmingham's on the defensive line. 71, Cedric Henderson. And Elijah Wiley, number 23. At the linebacker position, number 33, Everett Wells. Trip Hearn, number 21. Chance King, number 80. And 58, Tackler Nash, they'll call him. And in the backfield, you have number 3, Cameron Boyd. Number 1, Danielle Brooks. Malik Booz and Peyton Tinsley will round out that backfield, and I'll tell you, they're going to have to move some of them up to stop this big running game of Davidson Academy.
Well, here we go. Just moments away from the opening kickoff here. Huge game for Jackson Christian. Put themselves in a tough spot tonight for the Eagles. Captain Will Cisco. I've known him since he was a baby boy, the son of Shane, the grandson of David Cisco, long-time county commissioner. Other games tonight you can watch on our network. North side to south side at WNWS.com. It's this Civil War, North versus South. North side and south side tonight. Seabass and as he calls him affectionately, Body. The Body will be there. Scotty. Bolivar plays at South Gibson. Stephen Rich, the play-by-play. Trinity Christian's on the road at Nashville. Christian, Diamond Dave, and Diamond Stan will have the call there.
Actually, Stan had back surgery
did
today.
he?
He sure did.
Well, Stan, shoot us over a message. Hope it went well, Stan. Dyersburg plays at Crockett County. DJ Brewer will have the play-by-play from there as well. Clarksville at USA has been canceled. Clarksville Academy stricken by COVID. So there we go. That's our lineup of games. And you can also listen to the Trinity Christian broadcast on our sister station, Fox Sports 105.3. But wait, there's more. Our game here on News Talk 101.5, the home of Jackson Christian School. You can watch it at WNWS.com. Boy, I want a roster like that. I can't see this little roster right here,
That's
Dave.
the only one that I had in my book. And,
I just need one.
Okay, yeah, that's what you need. And Dan, I'll tell you real quick.
I bet you don't even need a roster.
I'll tell you real quick that Davidson Academy won the toss. They elected to defer, so Jackson Christian will be getting the ball to start this, which is not unusual because every single game that Jackson Christian has won the toss, they have elected to receive to go on offense.
Well, here we go. As this game will go a long way in determining who's playing where in the playoffs and all that stuff. Is Dave, can you put a finger on it, the struggles that Jackson Christian has had over the last few weeks? Because, boy, they've knocked off USJ unbeaten, ranked second in the state. And it had some trouble.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it is very simple, and it is the offensive line not being able to control the line of scrimmage, defense the same way, and when that happens, that takes that running game down, and I mean, they absolutely cannot get any rhythm because of that line.
And you just go back to last week, Aaron Smith only able to get off 13 passes. He was 5 for 13 overall from the field. That's just not going to do it, especially not against Davidson Academy. Like we said, he might have to use those legs tonight, but let's see if that O-line can hold up and allow him a little bit of comfortability in the pocket.
So JCS going to have the football to start the game. Malik Booz will kick off for...
Actually, that's Davidson Academy. And
what did I say? I said Jackson Christian will have the ball to start the game.
Malik Cruz is back deep. I don't think he's kicking and receiving at the same time.
But you know, Dave, that is an excellent point.
Here, I'll give you this.
I can't see.
Switch with me.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it.
There we go, hon.
Booze is back deep here. Toe Meat Leather, we're underway. It's a short, high pop-up, going to be taken at the 20. Along the numbers to the 25 and spun down near the 27-yard line. And that's where Jackson Christian will have it to start tonight's game. That is Booze on the return. And this Davidson Academy team is, again, I've seen them, Dave, this year. They are much better than they were last year when they won the state championship.
Yeah, Malik Booz got it and returned the ball a little past the 25, and they're going to kick short to him. I don't think that Davidson Academy had the kicker we're used to seeing.
So here is Jackson Christian with the football to start the game. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers. They'll go to the air underneath. Pass is short and incomplete. That's Aaron Smith, the QB for Jackson Christian. He's had a tremendous year. The senior at 6 feet 2 inches tall.
Yeah, Aaron right there. I mean, Andrew, you saw that. Nose of the ball down because he's under duress already. They're getting pressure back to it.
Yeah, immediately was moving off to his left, kind of threw across the body. Pass was intended for the senior Will Cisco and just never made it to him.
Never did.
Smith goes shotgun. We got whistles. Timeout on the field. The Zebras.
Well, we got a clock problem, and I'll tell you, in the last game that was here, the clock went out against Nashville Christian in about the third quarter, and in doing so, it was very, very, very hard. They had some kind of electrical malfunction. Obviously, they're still in the same thing.
We've got such a nice video board here at Jackson Christian. You hope the clock would be the least of our worries, but it looks like they just brought 3 seconds down, 11:57, just underway, and here we go.
Well, it's set. Sometimes you got to get it from both the top and the bottom synced in, and I hope the white hat, he's sitting over here talking to Coach, and they're looking at it. You know, sometimes it's all a Duracell battery that would fix the whole thing.
Well, the hamster may have fell over dead. Hamster may have COVID. I shouldn't even kid about that.
Oh, no, you'll get a call.
I'll get.
Hey, send that to care of Dan Reeves.
Andrew, it's so we've had one play. It was an incomplete pass. I know we're fluctuating on the internet. Is it a strong signal here? He says strong signal.
I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi. We're moving along just fine. Looks like the head
All
official
right.
is now
Yeah,
just departing the sideline.
He is, and he's taking the official, Andrew, with the black jacket on, and they are now going to keep this on the field until they get it worked out. And each official will definitely, on the radio, will be telling the coaches where they stand as far as time.
Jackson Christian going to be moving left to right. In fact, we'll take a quick timeout so you can continue to watch the game as we get reconnected. It's WNWS.com. We are fluctuating terribly, so we got to check the internet access here. Maybe too many on the Wi-Fi could be bringing it down.
Okay, they've actually moved the timekeeper over to the sideline of Davidson Academy, and they're going to run the clock from over there.
2nd and 10 from the 29. Smith rolls left and a shuttle pass forward and incomplete. Trying to hook up with Daniel Brooks. Heavy pressure. Now this Davidson Academy team will big time try to, as we look at the McDonald's replay, they're going to blitz the quarterback all night long.
Yeah, and Smith comes in here, and he's actually got room to run if he keeps it, and he can take it around to the sticks, but he decides to dump it off a little bit early and gets an incompletion.
3rd and long to Jackson Christian from their own 29. Rolling left to Smith. Looking downfield, stopping, throwing deep down the far sideline, overshoots his intended receiver, Brooks. It'll go incomplete, so 3 and out for Jackson Christian.
You know, on this replay, you're going to see this, and Smith does a fantastic job of getting out there. You'll watch him right here. He turns his shoulders and sets his feet, but Brooks has come to a complete stop. He did not continue to run his pattern, overthrown football.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken route, missed it by 4 or 5 steps, and that was the difference between stopping and continuing that momentum right there.
Aaron Smith also punts. Nearly blocked. A line drive punt. Going to hit it to 45. Scooped up on the bounce at the 35. Running laterally along the 40. And taken down at the 41-yard line. On the return for Davidson Academy is Kelvie Rice. Rice brings it back 6 yards. And that's where Davidson Academy will start at their own 41-yard line.
And then let me tell you, earlier in the game, in pregame warm-ups, Aaron Holland, the kicker and the punter and the field goal kicker for Jackson Christian, was kicking and turned his ankle as he was hitting the ball. So I want to watch that as the game goes on.
So here's the high-powered offense of Davidson Academy. Good starting field position on the ground. They work far side along the numbers to the 45 and out to midfield before taking off his feet at the Jackson Christian 48-yard line. That's a gain of right at 10 yards, and that is Griffin Sweeney. He was the MVP last year in the state championship game, and Dave, he's a tough man to get off his feet.
Well, he is, and they're going to, there's no question, they're going to get behind those guards and tackles, and they're going to go.
The quarterback, Jared Petito, is also, he's as good as the running back. Trips here on the near side, is moving right to left. on your radio dial to the air. Petito connects at the 43-yard line of Jackson Christian. On first down, they'll have right at 6.
Yeah, that was Kelvy Rice making the catch. A nice little comeback route. You knew they were going to throw it. There was no Sweeney was out of the backfield. I think he was set out wide. And it was Kelvy Rice able to make that catch and pick up about 5 on that.
Yes, as soon as we say that they're going to run the ball right down the throat, what do? Empty set.
Dave, this team is more than capable of putting the ball in the air 40 times this year. That's the difference. Petito back to throw. Plenty of time. Fires out near the sideline. Caught at the 30 along the numbers to the 25, 20, 15, 10, inside the 5 before they finally knock him out of bounds. They rolled the dice, did the defensive back. Didn't make the play at Hunter Cruz, the 6'2", 185-pound wide receiver.
And
made the catch and nearly take it to the house.
Yeah, you'll see on the replay, the pass goes out there. Booz bit on it, and he tried to get the interception. Lost his footing just as it happened. And a good job right down there by Danier Brooks to knock him out of bounds.
First and goal, 11:21 remaining first quarter. No score. Here is Sweeney. He'll take it right up the middle. Inside the 2 he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Davidson Academy. 3 plays, 59 yards. Davidson Academy strikes first with 11:21 remaining in quarter number 1.
And they line up in the old wheel formation, and here it goes.
Here is Sweeney. Cutting back, he'll throw it. Man wide open in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. With 11:21 left in the opening quarter, our new score, Davidson Academy 8, Jackson Christian nothing. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy $1989. Toyos Clinic. Flat. Look better.
Oh.
I know. Yeah, I know.
There's only one place to go.
Yeah, I know. It's what I need to know.
Information you 1.5 FM.
Driver in your family, Mitchell's. Welcome to the road. Remember, if your family should ever need auto and you want a safe yet economic,
there's only one place to go.
Yeah, I know.
driver in your family, Mitchell's.
8-0.
Remember,
our score is
Auto
Davidson Academy with the advantage here. 11:21 left in the first quarter. And boy, I tell you, wasn't planning on being here tonight. And then once I was planning on being here, I wasn't expecting all this technical trouble. David, and you're the easy target. What's going on here?
Well, you know, I tell you, it's pretty rough up here to begin with, and you know, just like Jackson Christian's defense right there, it was pretty easy.
Our score is
that's you again.
Gotta be. I recognize that voice. Here, 11:20. Here's the kickoff, taken in at the 20 and fumbled, scooped up at the 25 and knocked down at the 27-yard line. And then that on the technical trouble return. For Jackson Christian is Malik. What's going on here?
Well, you know.
Tell you what, Cam, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a timeout. If you'll turn it over to WNWS.com for just a moment as we get things straightened out here. We'll be right back with you. But you can watch for a moment at WNWS at the 20 and fumble. Scooped up.
We've never had this happen.
Second and 1.
Yeah, I was just only his one of ours is hardwired in, right? One of yours, yeah. Is that this one ours? We have one off that big. Okay, since that one. I mean, the port's working, so I was just making sure they were all plugged in. That's a long line, maybe.
Replay 7 down.
Where's the other end of it? What's the other end of this Ethernet? Cam. Hey, it's the look, the Ethernet's flashing.
Just Cameron. Yeah. Just play a break right now. I'll get back with you in just a second. We're gonna make some changes, okay? Yeah, just keep playing a break for me. I'll get right back with you.
Interception 16, Davidson 16.
Yeah.
Short pass intercepted. And number 16 is Todd Owens. Swinging the ball carrier, tackled by number 58, Tucker Knight. Will be a Gates Academy first down. Ball will be at the 12-yard line.
Have you been looking over and over on for that special piece of can't seem to find? Well, and studio located inside Roberts to life. Come book your one. RJ Case's head designer right away. If you can dream it, it's located inside Roberts.
For the month of August and for Sonic. Hey, looking for a job? Sonic is hiring at all 6 Jackson locations. Job.com and select Jackson TN for the air. Hot nights at all 6 Jackson Sonic
Untouched.
proudly supporting.
Untouched.
Hey, Dan.
Hang on. If they pass 3% for 3-point conversion.
They go for 2 every time.
They can't line the defense up to stop them.
Yeah.
They'll swing in gate and bring it in. But right now, Jackson Christian's left everybody open.
Hey, Hank, reach over there and hang that timeline up. Yeah, look at the timeline, and where you see the button that says hang up, push it.
team. They have all certified technicians and continuous education, so they can repair your vehicle to the factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your vehicle. So don't be just another number.
Folks, thank you for your patience. We had to make a change here. We're up and good to go as we switch over to our backup system. And hey, I tell you, technology is wonderful, isn't it, Andrew? When it works. But while we were away, another touchdown for Davidson Academy. It's 16-0. Davidson Academy here early. 11 minutes left in the first quarter here. Jackson Christian School. And Andrew, it happened very quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, and unfortunately it came right off the heels of a turnover by Aaron Smith. Backed up into their own territory. He threw an interception. Rashad Owens was able to pick it off the defensive back for Davidson Academy, and just a couple of plays later, Griffin Sweeney, the big running back, he was able to go untouched into the end zone for his second rushing score of the night. Davidson Academy's also converted the 2-point conversion on both of their touchdowns, both rushing TDs by Sweeney, so they're down big early, just 11 minutes to go in the first.
So Davidson Academy kicking off once again, third kickoff here in the first quarter. We still have 11 minutes left. Short kickoff at the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and into Davidson Academy territory before he's taken off his feet at the 44-yard line. That is Malik Booz on the return. He took it at the 15, Dave, but along the numbers on the far side. Nice return. Maybe that'll get Jackson Christian jump-started.
Yeah, great field position to start with here, and now they've got to settle down because Aaron Smith's passes right now have not looked sharp at all.
And JCS knows they need this game. And David, figuring out how things will line up, we may have to bring in a nuclear physicist for the playoff scenarios. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Or Dave, what do you know?
Well, right now, I mean, this game is going to decide if Jackson Christian gets to stay at home or goes on the road. But right now, I've looked at it. I don't have any earthly idea how they're going to figure this out.
Just got to be nice to see a new portion of the field right now, right? You're in Davidson Academy territory, so maybe the change of scenery right now will help Aaron Smith and get this offense going a bit.
11 minutes. Oh, that clock is the clock operating?
Yes, the clock is operating. They moved it to the other side.
Smith, high snap. He had to go up and get it, and then he's dumped in the backfield. No chance there. High snap. Smith went up to get it. He's a very athletic quarterback. Then he's dumped at the 48-yard line. He's going to lose 4.
Yeah, a couple of times last week, Andrew, that we've had this problem. We're just glad that it didn't go over his head like it was, but, boy, they look out of sync right now.
Yeah, and you're glad just to hold on to the football in that case against Davidson Academy, a group that's so good at grabbing those turnovers. And, by the way, I think there is a clock issue right now because it is sitting at 11 minutes. It hasn't moved.
2nd and 15, the loss is 5. Flair out in the flank, got his man. 50 to the 45, along the hash on the near side. He'll take it from the 48 down to the 39. That's a gain of 9 yards. On the reception, Knox Roberts. Roberts found some room. And Jackson Christian trying to slow that blitz down, Dave, with a screen pass.
Yeah, perfect call to Cam Boyd right there. They let that aggressive defensive line in on him. Dumps it off to Cam Boyd, who gets it down and gets it manageable after the botched snap.
3rd down and 7. Smith will hand it off and dumped at the line of scrimmage. I mean, nothing for Boyd. He's knocked down at the line. That's Quinn on the tackle, a 6'1". Defensive end, Dave, just nothing up front as far as push for this Jackson Christian offensive line.
No, the linebacker comes in and the left tackle comes in untouched. Just about took the handoff right there. And you'll see Jackson Christian go for this right now. They have been doing this all year. It's time now to hit. Look for Danier deep on that left-hand side.
Noah Young also beat his man. 4th down and 9 to Jackson Christian from the Davidson 42. Smith rolling left. Here comes the pressure. Fires deep down the center of the field and incomplete. Trying to go deep. Looking for Tinsley. Well covered As we look at the McDonald's instant replay.
Yeah, Tinsley lines up in this second slot to the right, and he's going to just run a post. But Smith has to throw that ball off of his back foot, and there's no way in the world into double coverage Tinsley's going to be able to get that ball.
And so far tonight as well, every time Aaron Smith has escaped that pocket, he continues to move to the left. So I think it's just predictable at this point for Davidson Academy. If he could wheel out to the right a little bit, try and mix up those looks a bit, could go a long way for them.
And as a right-handed quarterback, you'd think that's the way he would want to go.
That would favor the throw.
Now here's the high-powered offense once again for Davidson Academy. The Tito, the QB out of the gun, back to throw. Pump fake, goes deep down the near sideline, overshoots his intended receiver. That was Rice again. He was looking for, well covered.
By Danier Brooks, who is their best defensive back as far as the one-on-one, and there's no size advantage right there between Danier and the receiver for Davidson Academy.
This game is being presented in part by Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto, corner of the bypass and Airways in Jackson. They don't want to be the biggest, just want to be the best.
Off tackle left!
16-0, Davidson Academy still in the first quarter. Here's the man again, Sweeney, 50, 40, 30, along the numbers 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Davidson Academy. Sweeney will take that one, 58 yards.
And
look at that hole, Dave. You could have, as they say, you could have driven a Mack truck through that hole.
A Mack truck, Winnebago, and Andrew, it could have gone as far as he wanted to go right there. He's untouched from about 50.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been a little shove in the back right there. I believe it was number 80, Chance King, trying to come in and maybe get a low tackle on him. But he was shoved in the back, kind of thrown off the play. I don't know, maybe the officials missed that one, but still, you cannot give Sweeney that much daylight with what he's shown already tonight.
Cole Laird in for Jackson Christian to attempt a point after.
Now they're actually going to attempt a point after on a regular basis. They've been in the swinging gate both times and had no trouble converting the two.
Mercy, what a start for Davidson Academy. Here is Laird. Nearly knocking the goalpost over. Hits the left upright. No good.
Well, I guess we've just seen why they run the swinging gate.
Our new score. Davidson Academy 22 and Jackson Christian nothing. We're back in 30 seconds on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
We're not just another radio station. We're your radio station. Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
Jackson Christian football being presented in part by King Jewelers, the king of bling, Grover Blue Eyes King. 16B Conrad Drive, also presented by House of Hair. 16A Conrad Drive, Sarah. 16 years experience, Sally. 21 years experience. You can get a haircut for $10.15, guys. No appointment necessary. The 101.5 special. Go get you a nice church boy haircut. Don't look like no hoodlum for $10.15 at House of Hair. Davidson Academy kicking off another high pop fly. Taking it to 19 to the 20. Crossing the 25 along the far hash and taken down at the 29, and that's where Jackson Christian will set up shop. First down at 10. We're still in the first quarter. We don't know how much time that's left. We think maybe our trouble with our broadcast and the scoreboard are tied in together. But that's what I'm blaming it on, the scoreboard. On that return for Jackson Christian was Malik Booz. It's 22-0, Dave. We're still in the first quarter here at Jackson Christian.
If there's an Achilles heel the Davidson Academy has, it's kicking game, because all three, Michaelic, Tinsley, were just standing on the 20, but they only get 6 yards.
Out of the gun, here's a draw. Got some room. To the 35, to the 40, center of the field, 45-50. 40, 30, to the 25, to the 21 man to beat it, to 10, to the 5, and dragged out of bounds near the 5-yard line. I mean, Cameron Boyd, you want to talk about a hole, Dave. That offensive line won that battle for Jackson Christian.
And I'm going to tell you right now, though, Julius Juju Orr for Davidson Academy ran him down. Just, you can see him right here, number 6. He goes after him and catches him just at the 5-yard line. What an unbelievable, and that's Calvin Rice, excuse me.
Doing his DK Metcalf impression right there,
got my
sprinting down the
Cardinals.
field.
First and goal for the 6. Smith, the quarterback, wants to keep it himself. Nothing there but white shirts. And now a scrum breaks out. They push forward inside the 5. Down near the 3-yard line is Jackson Christian. It looked like a Australian rules or rugby out of New Zealand day.
Yeah, they do this a lot now. They are not blowing this dead, and you'll see the push and the push. It's happened in college and NFL a whole lot. And Andrew, I'm telling you, it's a great job.
That's Forrest
Second and
Manners
goal.
pushing the pile.
Second and goal from the 3. Jackson Christian trying to cut into this deficit. Smith rolling right under heavy pressure. Smith, he's going to run it. Smith to the 5 and then hammered out of bounds right back near the 3. So no gain. Well, best case scenario was no gain there. Is this pursuit from Davidson Academy just absolutely relentless? They're big, but they're also fast.
Yeah, they stretch this out from side to side right here. There is no question.
Jalen Brockman, he breaks through the pile, and he's the biggest guy coming at you on that D-line. So your eyes light up if you're Aaron Smith on that play, but he did a good job of actually getting some yardage out of it.
Game presented in part by Roberts Jewelers. State of the arts. Roberts. Third and goal from the 3. The Eagles. Here's a draw. Straight ahead they go. Inside the 3, down near the 1 is Cameron Boyd. He's not going to get in. He was crushed, lost his hat.
Well, we got a flag that's going to come down here, and I think what you're going to get is an unsportsmanlike against Jackson Christian after this play, so everything's fixing to get a little bit worse.
Well, here we go. As the officials having a chat. I don't think they're talking about, is Sonic open after the game? I don't know. There's 6 Jackson Sonic locations.
Well, this is going to be after the play, so the play's going to count.
Here's the White Hats. Dead ball. And David, you were right. It's unsportsmanlike conduct on Jackson Christian. Now you think about this. If Boyd could have gotten the end zone, he didn't. And now a 4th and goal from the 1.5 will be 4th and goal from the 18. And Jackson Christian going to send in the field goal units. Alden Holland in. This will be an attempt from 34 yards, the near hash. Snap, the place, the kick is winding downfield, and that kick is good. So Jackson Christian on the scoreboard. Late in the first quarter, our new score, Davidson Academy 22 and Jackson Christian 3. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Hey, we've even got the Super Bowl. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Late in the first quarter, Davidson Academy with a 22-3 advantage here at Jackson Christian School. Ronnie Fowler Stadium, as we have, it's COVID, and it's not going to be a sellout crowd because you're not allowed to, but the crowd tonight, they understand how big, how important this football game is. For Jackson Christian, Dave, it's the difference between a home playoff game and a road trip.
Yeah, and that road trip may not be a very, very good one if we can't get, but we can't trade field goals for touchdowns for these guys.
Jackson Christian's kickoff is a high pop fly, taken into the 25 here on the near sideline, crossing the 30, and ushered out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And that's where Davidson Academy will set up shop with a 22-3 advantage. Still in the first quarter. Davidson Academy moving right to left. On your radio dial, Andrew Chapman. Your thoughts so far?
Well, so far, Davidson Academy is doing more of what they've done defensively, at least, and of course offensively they've been dominant, but a club that has not allowed a touchdown since October 2nd. That was 3 weeks ago, and if you're Jackson Christian right now, just focus on getting that first 6.
Here's Petito, quarterback, back to throw, fires across the middle, man wide open, has it at the 40 of Jackson Christian, along to numbers 30, to the 25, to the 20, down the sideline he goes, to the 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Davidson Academy. A.J. Quinn, the 6'1" tight end slash defensive end, takes that in from Petito and hits, I started to say pay dirt, it's actually pay carpet. That one covers 65 yards, one play, 65 yards. And Davidson Academy's hit pay carpet once again, Dave.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, he came out of the backfield on a little wheel route, and they're going to run this out of the swinging gate again. He stopped short.
Sweeney to the air, and that two-point conversion is no good. Still in the first quarter. As I understand it, the play clock is out, but Davidson Academy's offense is in full tilt boogie. 28-3 Davidson Academy. Still in the first quarter here from Jackson Christian School on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Have you been looking for a jeweler that you can trust to give your jewelry the care it needs? Look no further than Grover King. He's been the owner and jeweler of King Jewelers for 23 years and has over 35 years experience in jewelry repair and custom design. If you've been dreaming of a custom piece unique to you, stop by King Jewelers. The staff is friendly, knowledgeable, and will inspect and clean your jewelry for free. King Jewelers always has beautiful pieces in store, from bridal jewelry to one-of-a-kind estate pieces. Open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5:30. 16B Conrad Drive in Jackson. KingJewelersJackson.com.
Welcome to Jackson's original News Talk FM. The information you want to hear at the office and on the road. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
Got a scoring update. Indiana Stand sends us the message. Nashville Christian has a 14-0 lead over Trinity mid-first quarter. Is Davidson Academy kicking off once again. Take it in at the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, crossing the 40 before he's taken off his feet at the 42-yard line.
That's Peyton Tinsley, and that's the one that you want touching the ball right now is at number 7 for Jackson Christian, because I'm going to tell you, he is absolutely the strength of the running game.
Yeah, and they've shown the ability to have the big play tonight so far. Malik Booz has had a nice punt return. We've also seen some real solid work out of Cam Boyd in the big run that he was able to rip off. So can you capitalize on those big plays so far tonight? Thus far, they're 0 for 2. That was a good return. Let's see if they can get some momentum out of that big yardage pickup.
It is, and Jackson Christian lines up. You got Smith in the backfield, and he's trying to call timeout, and he's looking at it, and you get the snap. Now, they're going to call an illegal snap right here, and actually they're going to call a delay of game. The clock ran out, and that is a good thing right there, because I'll promise you, Aaron Smith was not ready for that. He was trying to get his receiver set out there in the side, and Cisco didn't get still. We got a break. That was going to be a fumble, but the play clock did run out. So, I believe you've got to get your playmakers in space right here. And Jackson Christian is going to call timeout, and they're going to talk about this just a little bit. And I think Darby wants to talk to the official about this reset play clock.
We'll take the timeout with him. 28-3, late in the first quarter. Davidson Academy leading Jackson Christian on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
More than just the headlines. Get the real story here. Your source for news, weather, sports, and traffic. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
Jackson Christian football being presented in part by Jackson State Community College. Boy, Dave, they've been a part of this community for a long, long time. Jackson State Community College.
Oh, fantastic. Didn't that change their name? You know, they went from the Generals to the Green Jays. We actually played them last week in a softball game, and they're a great deal. But if we can get a shot that comes down to the left, Paul, Paul, can we get a shot from the top that comes down the left to the coaching staff and the referees that are standing over there? What's going on right now is the play clock issue, and that's what Darby is a little bit upset about. Now, the play clock these days are run from up top by a Jackson Christian official, and he's down there talking to him. What you will see is the back judge raise his hand, and he actually steps down 5 times like a clock. And, you know, this is a situation that Coach is upset about. This is their equipment that is malfunctioning at this time, and it's being run upstairs by one of them. So you just kind of deal with this.
All right, Dan, let me ask you again. The equipment that's malfunctioning belongs to the officials. I want to get back to that in just a moment.
No.
Jackson Christian now 1st and 15 after the penalty from the own 38, moving left to right. Smith under heavy pressure has a string. 40, 45, 50, 45 into Davidson Academy territory. Here on the near side on the hash, all the way to the Davidson 39-yard line. That was on the reception, Cameron Boyd.
Yeah,
there is a flag lying back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're going to see roughing the passer.
Dave, that was going to be on the Davidson Academy.
Yep, it is, and it's going to tack on to the end of the run, and on the replay that we saw right there, you can see him. They had no reason to pop Smith, but they leveled him, and a good call right there with Jackson Christian using their strength against him.
Yeah, Jackson Christian had the personal foul, the unsportsmanlike conduct earlier. That really hurt them and maybe cost them a touchdown, turned it into a field goal drive. That is a detrimental penalty so far, biggest we've seen from a disciplined Davidson Academy.
So here's Jackson Christian after the mark-off in that play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 23 of Davidson. Here's Smith back to throw. Under pressure, fires deep down the near sideline and incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, you'll see Smith get in this pocket right here, and it starts to collapse on him. Andrew, tell me this. You see him set his feet, and right here he knows he's got to get rid of that ball, and he just is not comfortable in that pocket.
Yeah, and the eyes were a little locked the whole time on the one receiver. That's number 22, Jackson Taylor, running that play, and he really didn't have any of an opening right there.
2nd and 10, Jackson Christian from the 23 of Davidson Academy on the ground, a draw eaten alive by that interior defense of Davidson Academy. Big old Jalen Brockman, 6'2", 200 and semi-pound defensive lineman on the tackle.
Well, you're not going to be able to beat them head-on, one-on-one. I mean, that's just not going to happen. The screens, the misdirections are the way that you're going to be able to exploit that defense by using their strengths against them. And we're going to get to half. I will keep the time here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, we're not at the half.
Right,
it's after the 1st quarter. Hey, give Dave a break now. We've had all kind of issues tonight. First, the connection went out, and then the scoreboard went out. But, hey, we made it, didn't we, Dave?
Hey, we have made it. And you know what? I am going to take this clock, set it on 12, and I'm going to keep it up here. So we're going to be, I promise you, within 5 seconds of original clock.
I'm enjoying my first time in the booth with you guys, so that's all that matters.
Andrew Chapman's with us tonight.
As long as we can get back up in there to the general.
Well, Andrew is the play-by-play voice for the Jackson Generals. He came to town out of California. What part of California, Andrew?
Central Valley. Good high school football out there, Stockton, California. So shout out to my Lincoln High School Trojans.
All the way to Tennessee to be the voice of the Jackson Generals. And then COVID hits, and there's no 2020 season for the defending Southern League champion. Two-time Southern League champion, for crying out loud. Paul Schulze, Worthy Road Studios here with us tonight. The production company, Paul Schulze, along with,
there it is.
Well, what's his name? Gary Lockhart and Vincent Lockhart. Jackson Christian 3rd and 11 from the Davidson 24. Here's Smith out of the gun, drifting back to throw. Sets up the wide receiver screen, and that's eaten alive. Went back to the well maybe one too many times. I don't know what else you do. That's on the, well, the intended receiver was Hunter Cruz. It'll go incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 11, David. No decision to be made here. You got to go for it.
Yeah, you got to go for it right here. And you're right. You know, when you run that little misdirection or that little screen that usually gets you some good yardage, you can't do it on 4th and long. They're waiting for it. You got to catch them off guard on the 1st down, 2nd down.
Big play here for Jackson Christian, trying to get back in this game, trailing 28-3, 4th and 11 from the Davidson 24. Here's Smith rolling left, looking downfield. Now he'll roll right under pressure. Looking, he's going to run it. Has the 20 and hammered at the 19-yard line. I mean, hammered. He'll go down at the 19. Needed inside the 13 for the 1st down, Dave. Far short, and Davidson Academy will take over on down.
Yeah, he moves out to the right here, and it looks like he's got some open territory. He could have used a block a little bit downfield, but number 57 for Davidson Academy just absolutely laid the wood.
That's Jalen Brockman again. He is huge, and that hit's got to feel a little rough as you go down to the turf. There were trips to the left, so I think that Smith thought he was going to have some guys bunched over to the left to find, had to change direction, and he was left all alone in that field.
Davidson Academy takes over from their own 20. On the ground, Sweeney. He'll sweep it, looking for the edge on the far side. He'll have it from the 20. He'll move it out to the 23, a gain of 3 on 1st down. For Davidson Academy, it's 28-3. Davidson Academy, 11:39 left before halftime. Dave.
Yeah, that's the best way you can stop his ability to run is to move him side to side, because when he gets north to south, or in our case east to west, man, he's tough to stop.
2nd down at 7. On the ground, Sweeney again with some room. Has the 25 to the 30. Down the sideline he goes. 40, 50, 40, 30, 20. 10, he gone. 5, touchdown. Sweeney. Again, this time 77 yards into the end zone. Touchdown number 4 for Sweeney on the evening. This guy has a lot of hardware on his shelves, Dave. He's going to be adding more this year.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you gotta say what it is. That was a whole lot of bad tackling right there. Number 4 for Jackson Christian had the opportunity. Walker Ray was standing about 1.5 yards from the sidelines, and if he holds his ground to the inside, but he gave his way to the outside, gives him up. You got to knock him out of bounds right there. That can't happen.
Extra point is up, and it's good. Laird knocks that through. And with 11:38 left before halftime, our new score, Davidson Academy 35 and Jackson Christian 3. This game is being presented in part by Thompson & Smith Insurance. Chuck Thompson, Roger Smith, and their experienced team. Contact them about your home, auto, or business insurance needs. ThompsonandSmith.com. Roger Smith. I tell you, the guy's a great American. So is Chuck. Trustworthy. They go to work for you to get you the best coverage and to save you the most money. Thompson and Smith Insurance, your trusted choice. Insurance agency serving the personal and business insurance needs of West Tennessee. ThompsonandSmith.com. That's the website. And let me say it again now. Roger Smith is a great American. You know Roger?
Yeah. Yes, I do. And he is a great American.
Very photogenic. And he's charismatic as well. Roger Smith. Thompson and Smith Insurance, great to have them supporting high school athletics. That's a part of giving back to your community, you know? So Jackson Christian awaiting another opportunity to return to kickoff. High and short, taking it to 25. Far side along the numbers and bouncing outside the numbers, crossing the 35. It's shoved out of bounds near the 33.
Yeah, that's going to be Will Cisco.
Will Cisco.
Yeah, they're not going to kick it deep at all, Dan. I mean, our deep men have their heels on the 20, and they kicked it shorter than that to Cisco, so they definitely they're not a deep kicking team, but we can't get better yardage.
Well, I got to tell you, his Laird's toe is probably sore.
Yeah.
That's 6 kickoffs. Laird has put his toe into here in the first half. Here's Jackson Christian. They pitch it here on the near side from the 38, maybe the 39, and that's about all. A little extracurricular activity here on the Jackson Christian sideline. And some of the coaches for Jackson Christian trying to induce a flag.
Well, that was Peyton Tinsley that was in there over there, but Cameron Scott got that handoff, and it was just a little bit of yardage that was on there. You just can't outrun them side to side.
Well, now why? We got more whistles. Dave's keeping the official clock in the broadcast booth, and 11 minutes and 13 seconds left.
Get another look at
before halftime. It's 35-3. The advantage belongs to Davidson Academy.
Get another look at the last play right here and see what developed. A little extracurricular activity right after the play finished up.
It's going to be down at the bottom right and just out of frame.
Paul Schulze does a great job at covering tracks, doesn't he? Here's a draw from the 39. Crossing the 40 here on the near hash mark and tackled at the 41-yard line. On the carry for Jackson Christian.
That's going to be Boyd, and he, you know, it's hard to get it up in there as fast as we need to hit the hole, and I'd love to see some misdirection. I would.
3rd and 7. Jackson Christian moving right to left from their own 41. Here's Smith out of the gun. Smith looks to throw. Across the middle he goes, and it's broken up and incomplete. But looking for Cisco. That was a gorgeous play. That was Elijah Cross. And Davidson Academy does as good a job as any high school team as I've ever seen, disguising their coverage.
Yeah, they did, and they brought it in right here, and they're looking at Cisco, but Danier cuts underneath right there, and I don't know if it was a misrun pattern because Cisco was open, but Danier's the one that had it knocked away from him.
They disguise those coverages so well, it's hard to get it over the linebacker and underneath the defensive backs. This punt's going to hit and roll inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, and die at the 9-yard line. Gorgeous punt that time. But Jackson Christian.
And I'll tell you, once again, as I watched Alden Holland in warm-ups, and it was really weird. He was just practicing kickoffs, and he put his plant foot down, and he rolled his ankle. He spent a little bit of time on the ground, and a trainer got a good look at him, but obviously it's not affecting him because that was a very good punt.
Kicker and a punter for Jackson Christian. He's done a good job all season, Dave.
Yes, he has. He really has, and lately he's been forced into action a little more than I think that he was used to. But this is an opportunity to make a stand right here, get the ball back in good field position.
Second quarter, it's 35-3. Here is Petito to the air, got a man open. It's caught along the sideline at the 14-yard line and hip tossed out of bounds. That'll be a gain of right at 6 yards on first down with 11 minutes left before halftime. 35-3. The advantage belongs to Davidson Academy.
Yeah, and Andrew, we had him go down as a really good tackle over there, and it's the first time that they've actually thrown into the flats.
Yeah, and I think it was Tucker Nash, number 58, the junior. He came in. He was the extra man. He blitzed, and Davidson Academy was able to get a block off just in time. R.J. Cobb Was able to block the quarterback pretty efficiently right there despite the blitz, but they did prevent the big pickup because of that blitz right there.
Second down and 6 from the 14. Their own 14. Petito drops back to throw. Looking. Now he'll just step out of bounds. Is Petito back near the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down. This game was presented in part by Allegra Marketing Prints and Sign Company, Mike and Karen Ashley. Also presented by our friends over at Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto with 10:46 left. Before halftime, 35-3, Davidson Academy, the defending state champion. They come in 9-0. Trips here on the near side. Officially, it's 3rd and 7 from their own 13. Petito goes underneath and drops. Had a man wide open on that far sideline, and he would have had a first down, but he dropped the football. It'll go incomplete.
Well, it's great.
Intended receiver was Orr, and for the first time tonight, Davidson Academy will send in the punt team.
Yeah, they're going to punt for the first time, and it was just thrown a little bit to the outside, but give credit to Jackson Christian. They got a little bit of pressure on him to make him throw it, I think, before he really, really wanted to set his feet.
And no one is back awaiting this punt. Now Brooks will drop back. Should get his foot into it at the 5 and does. High, short kick. Brooks just going to get out of the way and let it hit at the 42. It'll take a Davidson Academy bounce and die at the Davidson Academy 46-yard line. And that's where Jackson Christian will take over 1st and 10. 10:34 left in the second quarter, 35-3. The advantage belongs to Davidson Academy. This is WNWS-FM in Jackson. My name's Dan Reeves along with David Wade. And joining us tonight in the booth, and great to have you along with us here, Andrew Chapman, the voice of the Jackson Generals.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. How about that? That's the best defensive stand we've seen so far from Jackson Christian. And Dave, sometimes all it takes is just getting that team to 3rd down and then let them make the mistake, was the case right now.
That's it, and now we've got it on our side of the field.
1st and 10 from the Davidson 47. Smith drops back to throw. And trouble hits, and it's a fumble on the carpet. Who's got it? I think Smith got it. No! Smith had a shot at it, but the officials say Davidson Academy will have the football.
We're going to see this on the replay here in the booth, and Dan, he gets the ball, and he goes back, and it just kind of lets it go. They reach in, tap it out right there. Looks like he's got it, but he reaches in and pulls it out. I don't think he really ever had possession of it before he was able to get it ripped away from him.
Football did a little bit of a disappearing act because it looked like Smith fell right on top of it. Next thing you know, Davidson Academy is coming away with it off to the right of Smith. They might have just wrestled away the football after he tried to jump on top of it.
Well, the telltale Smith is off the field. He's talked to the coach, and there's really not a big argument going on.
1st and 10 after the turnover. Davidson Academy, Petito back to throw. Looking, firing deep down the center of the field. Touchdown. I mean, that arm, that was in the air for 55 yards on a rope to Rice. Touchdown, Davidson Academy. One play, 43 yards, back of the end zone for Davidson Academy.
Well, it just shows how versatile and potent this offense can be. Just when the running back scores 4 touchdowns on you, you think that's going to be their scheme the rest of the way, but no. Then the quarterback shows that he has plenty of arm in this one. He hasn't been using it a ton, and he goes all the way downfield. One play and just another quick scoring drive from Davidson Academy as this blowout stretches out.
And Dave, we saw last year Davidson Academy and USJ play for the state championship. USJ had the lead. Davidson Academy fought from behind. That could have went either way. The thing this team possesses that last year's team didn't is Petito, and that's 55-yard strike. Dave, that was a line drive on the money for the touchdown. Extra point is good. It's 42-3. Davidson Academy. This team is so much better than last year's state championship team. In my opinion, Dave, what do you see?
Yeah, I see the same thing, and I'll tell you, if you're watching it on the TV broadcast, you saw what just happened. If you were on radio, that probably was the perfect pass. I mean, it literally left his hand in a perfect spiral. It flattened at the apex of the pass. The nose dropped down. hit him in stride, Andrew. He never broke stride. He had 2 steps on the defender. You can't throw a pass better than that.
Yeah, it was right in the breadbasket, as you like to say. Hit the receiver in stride and just showing again that when your running back does most of the work for you in the first quarter, why not let your quarterback have a little bit of fun? Last week, he only had 1 touchdown pass. He duplicates that this week, and we still got a long way to go in this one.
And I'll tell you, the thing now is obviously you've got a very lopsided score. It's going to be really hard to come back against a team like this. But you want to win it now from this point on because the playoffs start next week. You want to try to build on something. And right now, you're just going to have to see what you got.
Laird's kickoff. Scooped up at the 31 to the 35. Down the sideline here on the near side to the 40 to the 45. And shoved out of bounds near midfield. And that's where Jackson Christian will take over. 1st and 10 right at midfield.
Well, they're absolutely going to hit that little squib kick right there, and it does. We fielded at the 30 right on the numbers and move it to the outside and get a good return on it. They are definitely scared to kick it deep right now.
You had to call Cooper Banky's name for the first time tonight, too. Nice little swivel move there.
Cooper, a 5'10", a sophomore, brings it back right at 20 yards. From midfield, 1st and 10, Jackson Christian moving right to left on your dial. On the ground they go, trying to bounce it outside into no avail. On the carry was Boyd. No gain. Knocked down by Quinn. That 6'1" defensive end, Dave. It's hard to get that edge on Quinn.
It is. You're going to have to get the edge and get your skilled athletes out in open space, but right now they just cannot find the way to get the offense in open space.
2nd and 10. Jackson Christian from the 50. 3 wide receivers, 2 top of the screen. Back to the ground and back to Boyd. And Boyd is dumped at the line of scrimmage. Once again, just no running room to speak of all evening long, with 9:28 left before halftime. 42-3, Davidson Academy.
Watch the linebackers here move absolutely side to side. They don't commit early. They move side to side, and they wait for Boyd to make the move upfield. Then they make the tackle. That is absolutely fantastic technique, coached very well.
3rd and 10. Andrew, I tell you, you could have Herschel Walker in his prime. He'd have a tough time. Well, I may have gone too far there.
You did.
There's no room to run. You get my point, Ace. I tell you, that's a stout defense. 3rd and 10. Smith back to throw. Firing deep down the far sideline and incomplete. But they're begging for a flag.
They're going to get one from the back judge.
Yeah. It's looked, Dave, as we take a look at McDonald's instant replay, looked like pass interference from here.
It is, and he's going to throw a back shoulder here, and then when it comes back to try to get the back shoulder is where the interference occurs. That's the only place that he could have thrown that pass to get any type of good thing to happen right there.
And it kind of pulled the receiver back, and because it was a short throw, I think the DB also kind of had to react, and that's what led to that pass interference tug.
Well, when that head's turned and he sees that it's short, that he's going to get a good look at it. And right now, Jackson Christian is going to call a timeout and going to talk about this a little bit.
Let's take the timeout with him. With 8 minutes and 8 seconds left before halftime, our score, Davidson Academy 42 and Jackson Christian 3. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WN at WS.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
Direct to your home, in your car, or at work. All your information with no satellite dish required. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
1st and 10 and Jackson Christian from the Davidson 35. Smith back to throw and sacked. He's dumped all the way back in midfield. Lord of mercy, that's a 15-yard loss. I mean, he didn't have a chance. And, Dave, you look at the blitz, there's only a 3-man front here. There was no blitz.
That's in the half.
Okay.
In all three of those down linemen came clean. Only 3 down. I tell you what may have thrown you off, Dave.
Well,
are we under a mercy rule?
No.
Or what's going on?
It's
there?
the half right now.
Right,
It's
you're
the half.
you're going to the half right now. What's happened is you are in within the mercy rule rules, but the situation is that it's not supposed to start to the second half. And I'm going to tell you right now, number 5 for Davidson Academy just had a chew-out session with an official down there, and I will promise you the coach had to come get him. I don't know what that was about, but we are going to the half right here with what my clock said, 6 minutes. And it should not have been a mercy rule running clock until the second half.
That's what's the confusion here.
Yeah.
I was looking at Dave's clock. Now, Brother Dave was a long-time official for the TSSAA, and he won't tell you, but I will. He had a reputation as one of the best white hats in North America. And when it comes to the rule book, Brother Dave doesn't miss much. Dave, I was surprised, as were you. Mercy rule is only in effect in the second half. What about if the coaches come together and agree in the first half?
Now, they possibly could do that, but actually, no, they can't. They cannot do that. The mercy rule is 35. Once there's a 35-point differential, the clock will start to run until that differential is closed. And as long as that or more, it will run. But it doesn't start until the second half, and then the coaches are allowed to ask for one of two things, running clock, or they will shorten the quarters to 6 minutes.
Well, at halftime, either way it goes, we're at halftime, and it's 42-3. Davidson Academy with a huge advantage over the Jackson Christian School Eagles.
Well, I was just going to tell you real quick, Dan, I know you know that I'm a big music person. This is the best little band in Tennessee. You're going to love watching this show.
Yeah, the Jackson Christian.
Yes, Jack Mallard has done a fantastic job with this band. They've got a huge sound, 26 members. It's like ZZ Top. Biggest little band in Texas. That's the biggest little band in West Tennessee under the direction of Jack Mallard. And Miss Rodriguez is going to be the field commander. You got to watch this.
When we come back, David Wade and Andrew Chapman will have the halftime scoreboard show. Dave and Andrew will run down the scores all across West Tennessee and across the state here. Final week of the regular season, believe it or not. Brought to you by Reliable Lawn Care and Landscaping. The best in town. Tim Armstrong, Reliable Lawn Care and Landscaping. And, hey, they'll come get those leaves out of your yard because it's going to do damage if you let them just lie there. 731 and 736-1515, Reliable Lawn Care and Landscaping.com. By Kimberly Evans and Caldwell Banker Real Estate Now. KimberlyEvans.com, where the average listing is sold by Kimberly in only 9 days. KimberlyEvans.com. By Dr. Toyos Eye Clinic. Flapless LASIK is the latest technology. If you want freedom from those glasses and those contact lenses, Flapless LASIK. You can be back on the move the very next day. The only place in Tennessee is Toyos for Flapless LASIK. Call 800-603-1989 and ask for the Dan Reeves $360 discounts. 800-603-1989. ToyosClinic.com. At halftime, 42-3. The advantage belongs to Davidson Academy here from Jackson Christian School. When we return, the halftime scoreboard show, Andrew Chapman and David Wade will have all the scores across West Tennessee. That's coming up next from Ronnie Fowler Stadium. This is News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989. 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
Don't fumble the ball when it's time to choose a body shop. Choose Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and has rental cars on site for your convenience. Free estimates and free local pickup and delivery. If other drivers were off sides and your car suffered a little unnecessary roughness, remember it's a win every time at Mitchell's. For a safe and economical repair, getting you and your car back in the game. Like Mitchell's Body Shop on Facebook. They're giving away tickets to some of your favorite games. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson.
Need a haircut on a Monday, but no salons open? We've all been there with hairdressers not open on Mondays. Not anymore. House of Hair opens Monday and every Monday. Walk-ins welcome, appointments to suit your schedule. And right now, House of Hair is looking to hire 3 hairdressers and a nail technician. House of Hair, a full-service hair salon. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 16A Conrad Drive, Jackson. 731-240-1660.
Has this pandemic got you upside down financially? Hey, we've been there, and we're here to help at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry. We buy, sell, and trade
Microphone
firearms.
test.
Krasner Pawn and Jewelry also buys and sells Rolex watches and diamonds. We loan money, and Krasner Pawn and Jewelry buys, sells, and trades gold. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30. And Saturdays 9 to 5. KrasnerPawn.com. And take a look at our items on Facebook at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry, 2156 North Highland Avenue. Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin, just like in the game of football. It could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor. Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today. 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. Or 731-668-1777. KimberlyEvans.com.
Have you been looking over and over online in search of that perfect engagement ring or that special piece of jewelry that you can envision in your head but just can't seem to find? Well, come let RJ Case Custom Design Studio, located inside Roberts Jewelers, bring your very own design to life. Come book your one-of-a-kind jewelry creation experience with RJ Case's head designer, Chris, by visiting Roberts Jewelers right away. If you can dream it, RJ Case can design it. RJ Case, located inside Roberts Jewelers, Van Drive, Jackson.
Did you say football? High school game of the week, the SEC championship, and the NFL on Monday nights. News Talk 101.5 FM. 101.5 FM.
And we're back at Ronnie Fowler Stadium. We're at the half where Davidson Academy has a 42-3 lead over the Jackson Christian Eagles. And Andrew, man, I'm going to ask you your analysis of a first half that didn't go too well for the Eagles.
Yeah, well, out of the gate, it was pretty much the run game that put this thing out of reach early on. Griffin Sweeney, we talked about pregame that if you could somehow contain him, even at just a touchdown or two over the course of this game, that might put your quarterback, Aaron Smith, in a position where he can try and keep you in it. But Griffin Sweeney, he was dodging tackles. He had a lot of open gaps to run through, and he scored 4 touchdowns in the first half. He now has 25 rushing touchdowns, 26 in total on the year. This guy's an absolute stud. He's well over 100 yards at this point. We don't have the exact total in front of us, but he's going to be close to his second 200-yard rushing game of the season in this one. And then Jared Potato, the quarterback, he aired one out 50 yards right to his receiver in stride in the second quarter of this game, and he showed that he has an arm on him as well. And Jackson Christian, they had some big plays early on. They were able to get some big runs, some good punt returns, but they were never really able to capitalize. And a unsportsmanlike penalty in the first quarter cost them positioning nearly right on the goal line. They got a field goal out of it, but the trend continues with this Davidson Academy not allowing touchdowns. They haven't given one up since October 2nd, almost a month ago. And we'll see in the second half if Jackson Christian, like you said, can just get something to build on as you go into the postseason and kind of spark your offense and get to that next game.
And that's what they're looking for right now, obviously. And we talked about it in the pregame when we were analyzing what we thought. The line of scrimmage, obviously, and sometimes you just have to say what it is. The line of scrimmage is being controlled right now by Davidson Academy. Our quarterbacks and running backs, we've got to get them in space, but they're not giving us any time. This is a well-coached team that can move side to side. So, the plays that have worked have been the plays that you use the defense's strength against them, which is their ability and aggressiveness where you can drop something over the top. I did like the stand that we had, the best defensive stand we had down here. Of course, they struck when they got after the punt, and they took it straight in. But, it's just something that we've got to build on. Right now, we're going to go real quick to Greg here, and we're going to have the official stats of Jackson Christian. Can you hear in your headset right now? I'll tell you what. Let's see. How about that right now? Okay. I'll tell you what. Andrew, I'm going to give my headset to Greg, and I'll let you and him go talking about it, and he'll have the official stats for the game.
Okay, great.
All right, for Jackson Christian in the passing department, Aaron Smith was 10 attempts, 2 completions for 34 yards. In the rushing department, Jackson Christian had 15 rushes for 79 yards. Cam Boyd had 8 for 70. Jackson Christian had 3 first downs, punted the ball twice, and had 3 penalties for 25 yards and 3 points in the first half. For Davidson Academy, they passed 10 times, completing 7 for 150 yards. They rushed 8 times for 179 yards. Leading rusher for them is number 1. He had all 7 for 179. Had 7 for 179 yards rushing.
Close to that 200-yard mark.
And the passing was pretty well spread out between their receivers. They had 3 first downs, and they punted the ball once. They had 4 penalties for 40 yards.
There's no question right now that, we talked about it earlier, is that, with a score of this magnitude in the halftime, Jackson Christian right now, being victorious in this ball game is a long, hard road to do. But if they can win and play good football the second half, it gives them something to move into the playoffs.
That's correct.
Well, yeah, I mean, the stats tell the story, and backed up in them stats, me and Andrew were just talking about it. The line of scrimmage right now is being controlled by the visitors from Davidson Academy, and sometimes you got to tip the hat. That's a very coached, very well coached ball team, and a very good athletic ball team, and right now. They're laying the wood, and they're doing the things that need to be done, but Jackson Christian has the ability to play with them. I will hope to see a little bit of being ticked off coming out of there. They don't want this to happen on the last final game of the regular season here at Ronnie Fowler. So I do believe Coach Darby and them will get them together and get them in there. Well, we appreciate the stats as always, and we'll talk to you after the ball game, and we'll get all of the official stats.
Alrighty.
Andrew, right now we're going to go back to the station. We're going to take a 2-minute break here, and we'll be right back from Ronnie Fowler Stadium, letting you know at the halftime score: Davidson Academy 42, Jackson Christian 3.
For the month of August and September, try our rich and creamy s'mores milkshake. Don't forget about happy hour at Sonic from 2 to 4 p.m. when drinks and slushes are 50% off. And hey, looking for a job? Sonic is hiring at all 6 Jackson locations. Apply online at snagajob.com and select Jackson TN for the area. Enjoy cool treats on these hot nights at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic of Jackson, proudly supporting high school athletics.
Hey, Dan.
Hang on.
Dan.
Hang on.
Danny.
Whoa. What?
Let's sell this house and buy another.
Say what?
Seriously, this was your house when we got married. We need to find our house.
Emily, mi casa es tu casa.
Your bachelor pad is my bachelor pad.
Okay, babe, look, if we're going to do this, we have to call the Greer Real Estate Group.
Oh, I like them. They really care about their clients.
Jack!
And they know what they're doing.
Well, Brad's hobby is construction and repair. He can help us with
Jack!
to get our house ready for the market.
And I like Jennifer. She's kind, helpful, and handles all the paperwork.
And Jonathan Greer, he's like a son to me.
Speaking of children.
Now, wait a minute. We've got Freddie and Susie.
Our cat Stan.
Wow, that's getting serious. I'm Greg Greer with Greer Real Estate Group. Jen, John, and the other agents at Greer Real Estate Group don't do family planning, but we do know how to help people with buying and selling a house. Give Greer Real Estate Group a call at
I got the band director. We hadn't had him on yet, but let me find this too. I can get this for you.
We have to have a pool.
Oh, jeez.
If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto
Dave,
Body
for scores,
at
I can do it on my computer. I just need the right
and they can handle
filters
the
here
rest for you.
for Coach
With rental
T.
cars on
There you go.
site, they can have you back on the road with no delay.
Okay,
They
I got 'em
repair
to
all
you.
makes and models, both foreign and domestic.
What
No
would I be
need for you to
looking
run
for?
to
Is it Division
franchise or
I,
dealer
Class
where you're
AA?
just
Yeah.
another number. At
Every
Precision
what's the
Auto Body,
region?
you're known by your name and your
let's see.
concerns
It'll
about
be
your
West.
vehicle. They've been in the
West
same
region.
location
Uh-huh.
between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians and continuous education.
I'll let
so
Jimmy,
they
I'll
can
let you do
repair
the
your
scores 'cause you
vehicle
probably
to
know
factory
more relevant
conditions.
than I do.
Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right
have
to
about
tell
a
your
minute
insurance
30 or
company
so.
that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your
Dan's back in
vehicle.
time.
So don't be just another number.
Otherwise, you'll
and
do
don't be
play-by-play,
steered
I
in the wrong
guess.
direction. Call Precision Auto Body. 783-0075.
Monday Night Football.
You can take mine if you want.
NFL. Only on
You can take
News
mine.
Talk. News Talk 101.5 FM.
And welcome back to Ronnie Fowler Stadium. We're at halftime with about a minute to go before the teams will be ready to kick it off in the third quarter. Your halftime score is 42-3. Davidson Academy has come into Jackson and just run their offense absolutely perfect. Jackson Christian has been unable to stop the multi-purpose attack, but we've been in some good situations. But right now, what I want to do is I want to talk to Mr. Jack Mallard, the director of the Jackson Christian. Is it the Marching Eagles?
Eagle Marching Band.
Eagle Marching Band. And I'll tell you, Jack right now has come from the field, up the stairs, and behind. So we're going to let him catch his breath as I ask this long-winded question. You know, I tell you, I've come very fine. I'm actually an old Overton High School boy.
Oh, man.
So I know what back in the 80s, you know, our choir and our band, and I think they still have the Kappa program there. I haven't seen it in a long time, but very, 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 very great show. Now, this year you've not been able, obviously, to do your competitions and everything else,
Right.
but you are the reigning Class A Division II champion, right?
Division 1B, and we're reigning until the next championship.
Well, and that's where it goes. It is, and what a great performance. And now, Megan Gonzalez, is that her name? She's one of the best field commanders that I've
done
seen.
a
She has a
great job.
presence that's just unbelievable.
And it was the first year to do that.
Well, Jack, we appreciate it, and your show will be on live. Tonight it's been recorded, so everything will be on, and you've done a fantastic job, and we really appreciate.
Thank you, David. I appreciate all the promotion and good words you've had for our program.
Well, great job,
appreciate it very much.
and you can tell a band by its leader, and what a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, we're going to get ready for the kickoff here for the third quarter of this game against Davidson Academy. Jackson Christian will be kicking off, and they will be moving right to left on your telephone dial, and I'm going to turn it over to Dan.
It's COVID.
Okay.
Dave. Give me my mic back. I love me some David White.
Oh, I love you, man.
And Dave, and like Dave said, moving right to left on your telephone dial.
That was the kick. Did I say telephone dial?
Hey, well, listen, I was putting a lot of pressure on you. Give me some mic. I need a hot mic. Davidson
I had
Academy.
a band director and Dan both trying to get the microphone at the same time.
I've got a lot to talk about, Dave. Well, it's Coach Strapp and Michael Strapp, who's done a fabulous job over at USJ. Now, you want to talk about a man that's charismatic. That's him.
Hey, next time you go off, leave the password, would you?
Oh, yeah. We were locked out of your iPad, sir. We couldn't get all the scores.
Well, I've got some sites blocked. No telling what you guys were up to. Here's Sweeney on the carry. He stripped up after a gain of a yard.
Yeah, right there. I'll tell you, it was a fantastic move right there. And number 23, which is Elijah Wiley, said, nope, you're not going to go any further than 2 yards. Good tackle, a good start.
Officially, Sweeney has 2 yards on first down. 2nd and 8. Petito, the quarterback out of the shotgun, is moving left to right here in the third quarter. Davidson Academy. Petito back to throw under pressure, fires downfield and incomplete at the Jackson Christian 40. He had a man open. That was Ball. And Ball had it on his fingertips, but couldn't haul it in. It goes incomplete.
Yeah, they're going to run a post pattern right up the middle here. You'll see him make the fake, and he goes back. Cisco had to stay up to make sure it wasn't dumped, and he tried to catch up. Just a little bit overthrown, but a good job by Jackson Christian putting a little pressure on here. This is a big, big third down hold right here.
Well, that's the first pressure, Andrew, that Jackson Christian has applied to Petito all night long.
Just the second third down they've managed to get out of Davidson Academy tonight as well.
3rd and 8. Tito back to throw. He'll fire, get a man wide open along the sideline at the 42. It's complete to Rice. That's going to be a gain of 12. That's going to be a first down for Davidson Academy as they convert on 3rd down and long.
Well, something important to note right now, since it is more than 35 points like David mentioned, it is a running clock right now. So despite the first down, no stoppage of the clock. We are playing mercy rules right now. So for Jackson Academy, or rather Jackson Christian, just try and get within 35 right now and get back to some normal rules.
1st and 10, your line of scrimmage for Davidson. They're on 41. Sweeney, room, 45, 50, 45 to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He gone. 15 to 10 to 5. End zone, touchdown. Sweeney, his 5th of the night. This one is 59 yards, and Sweeney hits pay carpet once again. And Dave, another big hole and running through some arm tackles before turning on the Jets. It hidden pay dirt.
Yeah, he turns it up right here. Your outside guys are covering receivers, but this has long been a run play. They gotta know that. And right now, it just looks like the wind has been taken out of the Eagles.
Well, football is a lot of fun. That extra point is good, but when you're winning and things are going well, it seems like nothing can go wrong. On the other side of that, Andrew, when it starts spiraling out of control, it's hard to reel it in. And Jackson Christian right now, just the football is not much fun.
Yeah, well, like I said, they got the second third down of the night out of Davidson Academy. The first time they forced a third down, there was a drop pass, and you got Davidson Academy to punt the ball. So you just get them to third down. Sometimes they're the ones that make the mistake, but they were able to convert the pass to Kelby Rice, and then Sweeney takes it all the way up the gut. He's now over 200 yards rushing for the second time this season. He last ran for 236 yards on October 9th. That was against University School of Jackson. So he loves playing football here in Jackson. And Sweeney, now 5 touchdowns, also the second time that he has done that this season. Last did against the Tipton Rosemark Academy on September 25th. This guy can't be stopped.
USJ took a 9-0 lead on this team. And Davidson Academy didn't have a first down to into the second quarter. And Riley Seals was injured, and everything kind of changed then. But those two may match up again in the coming weeks. The kickoff is fumbled at the 25, and then recovering his own fumble on that kickoff return. For Jackson. Sorry, Dave. I know we hadn't worked together in a long time.
Yeah.
I have pauses to add some drama. Malik Boo's on that return. I apologize, Dave. I'll tap you like that when I'm through running out and stop it and
when
adding
you're finished
drama.
running what? Just kidding.
I enjoy working with you, Dave. I tell you that.
Look, don't tap me.
Very
Pinch me.
talented color commentator David Wade, folks. On 1st and 10, Jackson Christian from their own 26 with some room. Here's Boyd. He'll move from the 26, crossing the 30 before he's taken off his feet at the 32-yard line. For Jackson Christian on 1st down, they'll have 6.
Well, we know the clock is running right now. I'm showing it at 7 minutes and 14 seconds, and it's been running. And that is actually the first time that the offensive line has been able to handle it. I think you're going to see Jackson Christian go conservative right here and run their regular offense, try to get it back in motion.
49-3, Davidson Academy with the advantage. Here's Smith, the QB, under pressure, rolling right, firing downfield, and just throws it out of bounds, throws it away, and Andrew, listen, one more time, it's that defensive front, and they putting pressure on Jackson Christian with only a 3-man front. This time they bring the linebackers, and Smith didn't have a chance.
Yeah, just instant pressure on Smith. It's Kendall Ball, the guy who gets in the backfield. Surprisingly, we didn't call Ball's name, I don't think, until the final tackle of the first half, believe it or not. It was Jalen Brockman that continued to get in the backfield, but Ball is the leading tackler for this Bears football team.
3rd down and 5 officially. Jackson Christian from their own 33. Midway through the 3rd quarter, clock is not operating tonight. Smith will hand it off. Got some room and quickly closed off and hammered near the 45-yard line. On the carry was Boyd. Boyd moves from the 33 out to the 35. He'll be short of that first down by a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 4th down and short for Jackson Christian.
Yeah, they're trying to hit it up the middle right here with Boyd, and he does a good job. I'm telling you, I'm just really impressed with the Davidson Academy defense and how fast and disciplined they are to be closing like that.
Oh, their offense gets the headlines. Their defense is just as good. You're right. Here's Smith. It's a draw going nowhere. It's eaten alive in the backfield. Davidson Academy. And I got to tell you, one of the most talented players on a very talented defensive unit is Kendall Ball. 6'3", 215 pounds, and Dave, he is fantastic.
Look how many people they have in the box right there. 9 people, actually 8 people were in the box right there. You've got to find your way out of that play call right there.
There's just no hope. I mean, you really got to credit Cam Boyd. He's been a gamer tonight. He's not found a lot of holes, and he knows that he's going to take hits when he comes out of that backfield, and he's trying to find yardage any way he can, but that just was not a play call that was going to help him out.
And I'm not trying to be critical of Jackson Christian, but right now in this situation, when you've got 8 people sitting in there with 5, you got to get out of that play.
New quarterback, Chris Phillips, and a new running back, and he's dumped in the backfield. Chris Phillips, a junior, 6'1", 190 pounds, and the carry that time was Will Reese, a 5'7" freshman, and he's dumped in the backfield back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 7 yards.
Yeah, Chase Birmingham just shot the gap right there, and he did a really good job of not overrunning the running back, and a fantastic tackle by Mr. Birmingham getting back there for the first loss, I believe. This is the first time that we've gotten them behind the chains.
Officially a loss of 6 yards. 2nd and 16. Back to the freshman. He's dumped in the backfield again. He's like, well, you know what? It was never like this in middle school. That was Everett Wells, sophomore for Jackson Christian. On the tackle,
that'd be Jackson Taylor.
That's what Jackson Taylor.
And they're getting in the backfield, causing a little havoc right now. And yes, they have got a new quarterback in there. They've got some of the original linemen in there. And right now, that's what you want to see. Something positive happen in the last little bit of this with a running clock. 3 minutes or so left in the 3rd quarter.
49-3, in case you're joining us. It's all at Davidson Academy here at Ronnie Fowler Stadium. Here is the quarterback, back to throw, fires across the middle. It's caught at the 21. He's close to a first down. He may have it. Is the left-handed quarterback just into the game, Chris Phillips. fired a bullet across the middle, and it is good enough for a first down. That's Darrell Walker, a senior, on the reception.
I tell you what, I watched that play develop, and I was looking away from the monitor, watching it on the field, and when he released that ball, the first thing I thought was he just threw that with the wrong hand. You know, there's something about it. I don't know what it is. Baseball left-hander swings always look pure. Left-handed quarterbacks do not.
Well, and also a left-handed catcher just doesn't look right, does it?
No.
1st and 10 at the 20 of Jackson Christian. Here is Davidson Academy. Moving left to right on your dial. Back to the freshman room, this time inside the 15, inside the 10, straight up the gut. But for the Eagles, get him off his feet at the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal as it parted right up the middle, and Will Breeze, the freshman, picks up the first down.
Yeah, and you just hate to see a play that was probably dead to rights end up going for the big gain. There were bodies in there for Jackson Christian, and I think it was number 33, Everett Wells, that might have just missed a tackle right there in the middle, tried to go low, and Brees was able to step out of it.
Timeout on the field.
Actually, I think this is going to be the quarter. I was 1 minute and 37 seconds off.
Dave's
We're doing better. We're doing what we can around here. We're getting closer.
Between Dave's clock, the clock is not working, and daylight savings time coming up this weekend. I'm confused. We'll take a timeout. This is WNWS-FM in Jackson, 49-3. After 3 quarters, Davidson Academy in control. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com, and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
First and goal for Davidson Academy, and the Eagles have him pinned in the backfield and throwing for a loss. They catch Brees, the freshman, in the backfield and hip toss him. It'll be 2nd and goal for Davidson.
Yeah, Elijah Wiley comes in there and busts the gap right here. You'll see it. He gets through. Cisco's the one that pushes him outside, but Elijah just cleans it up. That actually was not Cisco. That was Carson Holt that pushed him out.
This game being presented in part by Kaufman's Home Furnishings, Appliances, Flex Steel Bassett. Relax your home with Kaufman's Home Furnishings. 664-0900, furniture, appliances, bedding, and outdoor. Shop local with Kaufman's Home Furnishings in Jackson. 2nd and goal from the 10. It's an option here on the near side with some room from the 10 down to the 5 before he's corralled and taken off his feet. On the carry again is Brees, the freshman running back. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Peyton Tinsley was out there, and I think that possibly Davidson Academy got away with a hold right there on Peyton Tinsley. But, hey, look, with this score and the running clock, you're not going to see a whole lot of hankies come out.
This game also presented by our friends over at Mitchell's Body Shop. You've already had one accident. Don't have another. Choose Mitchell's Body Shop for your collision repair needs. 3rd and goal from the 4. Quarterback going to keep it. Not going to get to the end zone, but he'll move from the 4 down near the 3, and Davidson will send in their field goal units. Unless this is the first team offense coming in, Dave. I'm not sure. Some big boys.
It is, and
They did send in the first team offense. No, it's the quarterback came on the field, but he's the holder.
That's what I saw.
I was going to say, wow.
I was going to say Karma's fixing the bite.
Cole Laird in to attempt what will amount to be a 20-yard field goal. Snap, the place, and Laird's kick is good. His best-looking kick of the night.
It looks a lot better than that doink he hit in the first. And, wow.
Nearly knocked the upright over. We're early in the fourth quarter. Our new score, Davidson Academy 52 and Jackson Christian 3. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together. That's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Hey, we've even got the Super Bowl. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Jackson Christian football being presented in parts by our friends at McDonald's, Jackson, Humboldt's, Brownsville, Bells, and Medina, along with Corinth, Mississippi. Tyler Gamble and his family do a great job. You can tell that Tyler Gamble on McDonald's. It's cleaner. The quarter pounder with cheese just tastes better. I'm telling you, there's something about it with the Gamble family. The kickoff by Davidson Academy, angled out of bounds. And Jackson Christian will elect to take it at their own 35-yard line. We're early in the fourth quarter, 52-3. Davidson Academy looking sharp tonight. The defending state champion, they're 9-0. Trying to polish off an unbeaten season. Dan Reeves, that's my name, along with David Wade and Andrew Chapman. Great to have Andrew along with us tonight. Cameron Greer producing and directing. Here's Smith on first down for Jackson Christian. A draw going nowhere. The ball carrier again, Cameron Boyd. Also want to thank tonight, of course, I mentioned Cam Greer, but you can watch this game at WNWS.com at Worthy Road Studios. COO and CEO and President, Chairman of the Board. He's here tonight, Paul Schulze. He's producing, producing and running the replay. Second down and 10, Jackson Christian from their own 35. Smith back to throw, fires deep down the near sideline, caught at the 40, breaking a tackle, 35. To the 30 and cut down at the 29 on the reception for Jackson Christian. That is Peyton Tinsley. And the Eagles move the chains. Dave, he nearly took that one to the house.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Peyton Tinsley has unbelievable hands and has a knack of getting his body in the best position in the world to catch the ball. And he is the one right now that I think that can run the ball against this team. He's got the power, the moves, a little bit of speed. Get the ball to Tinsley, and let's score a touchdown on these guys.
6'4", 225 pounds, a senior for Jackson Christian. 3 wide receivers and a running back for Smith. Back to throw. Sets up the screen. Has it at the 25 to the 20. And down near the 16. Close to a first down. Is that Brooks? I believe that's Brooks. On the reception, it is Daniel Brooks. It is a first down to 5'10", 155-pound senior Daniel Brooks. And, Dave, he is dangerous.
Yeah, he is. And that's great. And, Andrew, tell me, what do you think with this defensive line right there? I know you called the screen, but, man, you look up and 3 people coming at you like that.
Oh, and you got to have a steady heartbeat just to get that that pass off, and that was perfect.
From the 17, first and 10, back to the air. Has his man breaking a tackle down near the 10 and take it off his feet at the 8-yard line. On that reception was Cameron Boyd for the Eagles. They'll mark him officially at near the 8. He has right at 9 yards on first down. 52-3, Davidson Academy with a big advantage. So also with Paul Schulze tonight, Gary Lockhart, the director. Great to see my friend Gary, and Vincent Lockhart is on the main camera tonight. Thought I'd get a little more screen time, but maybe not. To the air, got a man wide open. Touchdown, Eagles. And there he is again, Dave. Peyton Tinsley, 6'4", 225-pound wide receiver. He also plays defensive back, but Dave, this man, I'd have him touching the ball 25 times a game.
Yeah, you see him come down, and he takes his body, and he runs the defensive back just a little past him, ducks the shoulder underneath, puts him on his back, and makes a fantastic catch.
Here's Alden Holland for the extra point attempt for the Eagles. Snap, the place, and the kick, all perfect. Midway through the fourth quarter, our new score, Davidson Academy 52 and Jackson Christian 10. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Have you been looking for a jeweler that you can trust to give your jewelry the care it needs? Look no further than Grover King. He's been the owner and jeweler of King Jewelers for 23 years and has over 35 years experience in jewelry repair and custom design. If you've been dreaming of a custom piece unique to you, stop by King the Jewelers. The staff is friendly, knowledgeable, and will inspect and clean your jewelry for free. King the Jewelers always has beautiful pieces in store, from bridal jewelry to one-of-a-kind estate pieces. Open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5:30. 16 the Conrad Drive in Jackson. KingJewelersJackson.com.
Did you say football? High school game of the week, the SEC championship, and the NFL on Monday nights. News Talk 101.5 FM. 101.5 FM.
Pleasure to be here at Jackson Christian. Got a lot of friends over here, but with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, it's all Davidson 52-10. Jackson Christian just getting into the end zone. And kicking off, this will be taken at the 20. 25, 30 to the 35, crossing the 40 and tackled at the 42-yard line. That's where Davidson will take over first down at 10. Andrew Chapman, David Wade. My name's Dan Reeves. Cameron Grant producing and directing. And that touchdown by Tinsley for Jackson Christian. It's been a long time since this defensive unit for Davidson has given up a touchdown, Andrew.
Yeah, they're probably wondering what an opposing player is doing in their end zone right now. They have not given up a touchdown since they were in town playing USJ all the way back on October 2nd. So credit Aaron Smith on that drive. He found 4 plays, 4 connections, 3 different receivers. Take the score away right now, and that's a solid drive put together for Jackson Christian, something you can build off of. Tinsley with his 9th touchdown this season to lead the ball club.
Well, timeout, Davidson Academy. This game is presented in part by Crockett County Chamber of Commerce. We've been over there for about a month or so.
With the
promoting, pardon?
With the Aminals. You've been over there
with
the
Aminals. Oh, yeah, the Tennessee Safari Park. Well, we're promoting COVID-friendly tourism in Crockett County. What a great idea by the Chamber of Commerce. And the Tennessee Safari Park, we were there yesterday. Have you been there, Andrew, to the Tennessee Safari Park?
I have not yet, but now you have me intrigued.
Well,
can I pet the lions?
In Alamo?
Well,
no lions. But if there were, I'd recommend you didn't pet them. But Andrew, I got to tell you, they some of the most unique animals on Mother Earth. I'll tell you about it. You need to go. We need to go out there, Dave. Take Andrew. First and 10 from their own 42 is Davidson Academy. The freshman gets the call. Once again, on the carry is Will Brees, a 5'7", 145-pound freshman. He's been getting some work tonight as Brees goes down near the line of scrimmage. Zebras, giraffes, monkeys.
It's one of those free roam things, right? They're not the.
Yes, you drive through in your vehicle.
Been one of those in San Diego before.
Black wildebeest, which is very rare. And as I understand it, Dave, none of those animals, like black wildebeest or zebras, are native to Alamo. Here's a foul ball. It's on the carpet. Who has it? Jackson Christian had a shot at it.
Yeah,
I think Davidson beat him to it. But Dave, as far as I know, giraffes are not native to Alamo.
No, they're not. And I learned something, the other day was that, the Jurassic Park dinosaurs were running. They took that after the emu, and I said, no, that was Meemaw. But, we...
It was either an emu or Meemaw, but it's emu. Yeah, you know what an emu is?
Yeah, the big bird, yeah.
It's a new commercials.
They have ostrich. Several ostriches out there.
Me.
I tell you, those things look like, seriously, they look like dinosaurs.
They
3rd and 11, and we got whistles. 52-10, Davidson Academy cruising tonight. We'll piece this together for you after the game and let you know who's going where and all that good stuff in the playoffs. Delay a game on Davidson Academy will push them back 5. It'll be 3rd down and 16 for Davidson Academy from their own 36. Second unit offense in. Under 2 minutes left in the game. Under running clock. Not much on the ground. Running clock, and the clock is out, and that's going to about do it here, and that will do it. That was the final play of the game. Not a good night for the home team. Jackson Christian knows they're going to be alive. They'll move on in the playoffs, and they'll be on the road. We're going to break all this down for you when we come back. This game presented by Allegra Marketing, Print, and Mail. Also, reliable lawn care and landscaping, and they'll come get those leaves for you, folks. 731-234-0823. By Max Pest Control, solving some of life's small problems. 731-423-0391. By Kaufman's Home Furnishings, appliances, bedding, and outdoor furniture. Relax your home with Kaufman's. Shop local with Kaufman's Home Furnishings. By Roberts Jewelers, family owned since 1946 on Van Drive in Jackson. By Jackson State Community College, investing in your future in these troubling times. Jackson State Community College. By Mitchell's Body Shop. You've already had one accident. Don't have another. Choose Mitchell's Body Shop for your collision repair needs. 427-6446 and mitchellsbodyshop.com. Also by Sarah of Jackson. One destination, so many choices. 189 Stonebridge. Call 888-380-6149 to sarahofjackson.com. Also by Kimberly Evans at Coldwell Banker Real Estate Now. Average time in the market for a Kimberly Evans listing, only 9 days. KimberlyEvans.com. Check those listings out right there. Well, Thompson & Smith Insurance, great to have them along with us. Is Thompson & Smith, your trusted choice when it comes to insurance, serving the personal and business insurance needs of West Tennessee. Thompson & Smith, Chuck Thompson and Roger Smith with an all-star team, very experienced team. You can contact Thompson & Smith Insurance about your home, auto, business, insurance, all those needs. ThompsonandSmith.com, and great Americans right there. It's Thompson & Smith. We'll take a timeout, 4-minute timeout to our stations. Our affiliates on down the line and west of the Rockies will also be taking a 4-minute timeout. Parts of Canada, and Paul just alerted me we are no longer broadcasting in Mexico. So if you'll make a note of that, we're getting some emails, and that's why. The crew member that spoke Spanish is not here tonight, and Andrew Chapman, he knows two words. He knows.
I know a little Italian, but that's about it.
You know a little Italian? I used to know a little Italian. Really sweet girl. We'll be back with the Scoreboard show. And, hey, listen, it's great to have Andrew Chapman with us tonight, the voice of the Jackson Generals. Andrew Chapman, he'll be doing some work with us, and it's a pleasure to have him along here tonight. 52-10 the final. Both these teams going to the playoffs. It'll be a different route for these two teams, though, on their journey to Cookeville. As Davidson Academy, the #1 seed, they'll be off next week. We'll tell you where Jackson Christian will be playing when we return. We're back in 4 minutes on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
This is Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM, WNWS FM, Jackson.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at oldcountryauto.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
Don't fumble the ball when it's time to choose a body shop. Choose Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and has rental cars on site for your convenience. Free estimates and free local pickup and delivery. If other drivers were off sides and your car suffered a little unnecessary roughness, remember it's a win every time at Mitchell's. For a safe and economical repair, getting you and your car back in the game. Like Mitchell's Body Shop on Facebook. They're giving away tickets to some of your favorite games. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson.
Need a haircut on a Monday, but no salons open? We've all been there with hairdressers not open on Mondays. Not anymore. House of Hair opens Monday and every Monday. Walk-ins welcome, appointments to suit your schedule. And right now, House of Hair is looking to hire 3 hairdressers and a nail technician. House of Hair, a full-service hair salon. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 16A Conrad Drive, Jackson. 731-240-1660.
Has this pandemic got you upside down financially? Yes. Dave, we've been there, and we're here to help at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry. We buy, sell, and trade firearms. Krasner Pawn and Jewelry also buys and sells Rolex watches and diamonds. We loan money, and Krasner Pawn and Jewelry buys, sells, and trades gold. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30. And Saturdays 9 to 5. KrasnerPawn.com. And take a look at our items on Facebook at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry, 2156 North Highland Avenue.
Jackson's News Talk leader. Jackson's News Talk leader. News Talk 101.5 FM.
And we're back at Ronnie Fowler Stadium and on the campus of Jackson Christian High School in Jackson, Tennessee. For the final score, Davidson Academy 52, Jackson Christian 10. Not the outcome that the Eagles were looking for. They've now dropped 3 straight after coming back off of a 20-day hiatus from a bye week and the COVID. And right now we seem to be struggling just a little bit offensively, and it puts a lot of pressure on that defense. And when you run into a buzzsaw, such as probably one of the better teams in the state of Tennessee, Andrew's going to tell you about the top teams here. But Davidson Academy was a hard one to draw on the last game of the year when things have just not been going well. And right now we're going to get some stats here, so we'll know that the official stats from the ball game of tonight. Mr. Gregg, would you take us through them, please?
Alrighty, for Jackson Christian in the passing department, Aaron Smith attempted 15, completed 6 for 101 yards. Leading receiver Cam Boyd had 3 catches for 43 yards. Peyton Tinsley had 2 catches, for 46 yards and 1 TD. In the rushing department, Jackson Christian rushed 19 times for 85 yards. Leading rusher Cam Boyd had 12 rushes for 79 yards. We had 5 first downs and 3 penalties for 25 yards. For Davidson Academy, they rushed 13 times, completed 9 for 182 yards. In the rushing department, they rushed 19 times for 249 yards. Leading rusher is number 1. He had 8 rushes for 208 yards. They had 6 first downs and 5 penalties for 45 yards.
You know, and as the game went on, we were kind of keeping up. I think we ended up getting them in 3 third-down situations.
That's correct.
And that's hard. That's hard to stop an offense when you only put them in the 3 third downs. And out of those 3, they converted 2 of them. We got 1 of them that was held, and so and in looking at it, I think we had 2 tackles for losses right there, and you know you've got to tip your hat sometimes, and that is a very, very good ball team. We talked about that, but you know the stats don't really look as bad as the score is going to be. We ran the ball pretty effective at times. We just kept putting ourselves in situations where, you know, we needed to control the clock, and the best way to keep them from scoring is to keep that offense off the field. We were just unable to do that.
Yes, that's correct.
So, you know, I mean, we're going to move on here now, and as we move on, we're going to go into the playoffs, which we will figure out tonight. What that's going to be, and we will have that for you hopefully later on in the broadcast. And you know, we want to thank you for your stats all year long, and I know you'll be with us during the playoffs. And you know, it's very, very, very important right now that we wash the second half of this season over and just wash it off of us, because now we're in the new season, and it's just time to really get it and turn it on.
Back 0-0.
It is. It's 0-0.
That's the great thing about the playoffs.
It is, and you want to
No
come
records.
out like we were at the first part of the season, because we were on fire, and we beat some really good teams. And this team is a lot better than the last 3 games that they played.
I agree. Yes, sir.
Well, we appreciate the stats, and you'll be back with us. We'll be back next week to figure out what's going on, and you do a great job as always, and we really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, Andrew, I'll tell you, man, it's a tough team. I mean, this team is ranked in the state, and
31 overall coming into tonight's ball game. 31, so they could very easily find themselves, based off of tonight's performance, potentially within that top 30 as they wrap up the regular season 9-0.
Well, and I'll tell you, you know, for a team to be ranked in the 30 number and be in the smaller private division, you know, I mean, man, I'm telling you, you see some of the bigger private divisions, the Montgomery Bells, the Christian Brothers, MUS's, Brentwood, Innsworth. You know, those are the teams that, you know, get those players to come in there, and they do the things. But I'm going to tell you right now, Davidson Academy, we talked about Milan a little earlier. I'd like to see what happened against them. I mean, that's a fantastic coach team. I think they may have 2 penalties. Their linebackers were doing exactly what needed to be done. You watch the line of scrimmage. You know, the lineman would get the block on there and then scrape off and get that seal block on the linebacker, and then the running back, who is phenomenal, just found his way through.
Yeah, I might have said Davidson Academy 31st in the country. Quick revision, 31st in the state is what I meant. But they're a good ball club, and that's no small achievement either to finish off a perfect season and be right there in the top 30 in the state of Tennessee. Griffin Sweeney, he's the running back. You just mentioned him. 5 total touchdowns, the second time he has done that this season. He wraps up his regular season with his second 200-plus rushing yard day today. Didn't quite get that season-high mark, but he was dominant. Found a lot of different times where he had open running room, and you just cannot give that guy time to figure out the way he wants to get to the end zone, because he did have his way tonight, and overall he was pretty dominant. I'd say that if you want to take away anything, though, if you're Jackson Christian, that final scoring drive was great. Tinsley had a great reception, best of the night, right here about the 40-yard line, near side, right in front of the home crowd, where he just high-pointed that football. It was perfectly delivered by Smith, and then he goes on to score his 9th touchdown of the season, 9 TDs in 9 games for him. So that's one heck of an accomplishment for Tinsley. And you played one of the best to wrap up your regular season. So even though the scoreboard is not something that you want to remember, like you said, wash away this second half of the season, really the last 3 games, put the scoreboard aside. You just played a dominant football program, and that's only going to make you better, hopefully, as you enter into the postseason with whoever you draw.
Yeah, this is definitely the best team that they've played all year. And Tinsley, some players have a knack of being able to do things, and he impresses me throughout the year of the way that he can feel where that defensive back is. He knows where he is, and he kind of plays him off his shoulder. He can position himself where the defensive back can't get through him. He has hands like glue. He really is great about finding that ball at its high point, bringing it down, and moving on. But the running back for Davidson Academy, this is what really, really, really impressed me. He's a pretty well-built young man, and I mean, he can run it up the middle and lower them shoulders and go, but he ran away from several people on some long runs, so he's got the jets to turn it on.
Yeah, he really does. He'd find a hole and then he would go. And honestly, though, again, I have to credit Cam Boyd tonight for being an absolute gamer.
Yes.
There were some play calls and just some plays that just completely broke down in front of his face, and he still tried to scamper. He took a couple of gang tackles over the course of the game and was really trounced into the turf a couple of times. But I was surprised about his ability to get back up, take the football, try and run it up the gut. Was able to cut loose on a couple, especially in the first half, that Jackson Christian wasn't really able to capitalize on those big plays like we also mentioned. But Boyd is going to be a little bruised up over the weekend. He's going to have to maybe sit in the ice bath for a couple of days, but was really impressed for me personally. First time watching him, I can give some kind of rookie perspective of what I saw tonight, but he was one of the offensive MVPs in my mind for Jackson Christian, despite only getting about 70-plus yards.
Yeah, and there were some bright spots like we talked about, but I'm going to put you on the hot seat now, okay?
Okay.
Well, we got Jackson Christian that comes out of the gates, and they're on fire. They put an average of about 60 points a game through the first 3 ball games that they played.
Yeah.
The offense was really clicking. There was a lot of people that said, okay, well, those first 3 games, Chester County didn't have a winning record, and the other ones didn't have a winning record. But when you're putting those numbers up, you're still doing a very good job. Then they go into USJ. And, I mean, this is a major, major rival. They go in there and they win it in very dramatic fashion by coming back on a last-second drive and then the field goal making it. Then you go into a COVID deal, and you don't get to play Columbia Academy. And then your schedule had the bye, so you have a 21-day period that they go off. Then they drop 3 in a row. You're the coach right now for Jackson Christian, and you're sitting in that locker room, and you know that they've lost the 3 games. The Trinity game was close. The other ones were not close at all, Nashville Christian and Davidson Academy. What do you tell your players right now, and how do you pretty much just say, okay, this is the way that we're going to move forward in what is the new season of the playoffs?
Well, I think you go and tell your team, again, we just played a dominant football program right now, and that's the kind of competitiveness level that we should expect. This Jackson Christian Academy can almost learn from their opponents in a way from what they take away from tonight. So, bring that physicality into the postseason. Anytime you have a 21-day layoff, that's tough. I mean, that's almost an entire month. It can take guys, if you have that long of a break, it can take them another 21 days just to feel like they're really back in game shape. And so that's a tough layoff after last week's loss being a 4-point game, a close one, and then going into today, there were some defensive lapses. I think they definitely want to address the defensive side of the football more than anything going into the postseason. Just a lot of missed tackles and a lot of open holes down on the D-line there. So you're probably addressing the defensive side of the football, maybe a little bit more than the offensive side. You just have to tell the club, again, your record's 0-0. And, you want to try and bring the same sort of competitiveness and physicality that this Davidson Academy brought today and try and take some lessons from this game and bring it into the postseason.
And that's the major part right now is you're dealing with the psyche of a high school football player. So, I mean, you're pretty much speaking to 15, 16, some 17-year-olds right now. who have had the last 3 games against Nashville Christian was pretty lopsided. Then you lose a crosstown rival game that you're supposed to win. I mean, if you drew it up, yes, Jackson Christian should have won that ball game. I consider it upset. Trinity played well, and then you knew what was coming in tonight. This was not a surprise right here. You knew what was coming in. So now the psyche comes into it that you have to. I mean, you almost have to treat it like a computer. You've got to shut it down and you got to reboot it in a way, and we'll find out who they're going to play coming up, and that's going to be a big deal. And with the Trinity loss and the last 3 losses, the first round of the playoffs could be a pretty big order too to go on the road, and you're probably going to play a really good ball team.
Who they're going to see? Well, could depend on some of the scores tonight. So we're going to bring those to the listeners in a little bit here.
Well, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, take it back to the station, and when we come back, we're going to look at some of the scores from around the state of Tennessee tonight on the final night of high school football's regular season, and we'll be right back on WNWS 101.5.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor. Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today. 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. Or 731-668-1777. KimberlyEvans.com.
Have you been looking over and over online in search of that perfect engagement ring or that special piece of jewelry that you can envision in your head but just can't seem to find? Well, come let RJ Case Custom Design Studio, located inside Roberts Jewelers, bring your very own design to life. Come book your one-of-a-kind jewelry creation experience with RJ Case's head designer, Chris, by visiting Roberts Jewelers right away. If you can dream it, RJ Case can design it. RJ Case, located inside Roberts Jewelers, Van Drive, Jackson.
For the month of August and September, try our rich and creamy s'mores milkshake. Don't forget about happy hour at Sonic from 2 to 4 p.m. when drinks and slushes are 50% off. And hey, looking for a job? Sonic is hiring at all 6 Jackson locations. Apply online at snagajob.com and select Jackson TN for the area. Enjoy cool treats on these hot nights at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic of Jackson, proudly supporting high school athletics.
Hey, Dan.
Hang on.
Dan.
Hang on.
Danny.
Whoa. What?
Let's sell this house and buy another.
Say what?
Seriously, this was your house when we got married. We need to find our house.
Emily, mi casa es tu casa.
Your bachelor pad is my bachelor pad?
Okay, babe, look, if we're going to do this, we have to call the Greer Real Estate Group.
Oh, I like them. They really care about their clients and they know what they're doing.
Well, Brad's hobby is construction and repair. He can help us with what we need to get our house ready for the market.
And I like Jennifer. She's kind, helpful, and handles all the paperwork.
And Jonathan Greer, he's like a son to me.
Speaking of children...
Now, wait a minute. We've got Freddie and Susie.
They're cats, Dan.
Wow, that's getting serious. I'm Brad Greer with Greer Real Estate Group. Jen, John, and the other agents at Greer Real Estate Group don't do family planning, but we do know how to help people with buying or selling a house. Give Greer Real Estate Group a call at 300-4100 and let us show you why our clients refer us to their friends.
Dan, we have to have a pool.
Oh, jeez.
If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto Body at 783-0075, and they can handle the rest for you. With rental cars on site, they can have you back on the road with no delay. They repair all makes and models, both foreign and domestic. No need for you to run to a franchise or dealer where you're just another number. At Precision Auto Body, you're known by your name and your concerns about your vehicle. They've been in the same location between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians and continuous education, so they can repair your vehicle to factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your vehicle. So don't be just another number, and don't be steered in the wrong direction. Call Precision Auto Body, 783-0075.
First in news, sports, and weather. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
We're back here at Ronnie Fowler Stadium on the campus, beautiful campus of Jackson Christian School. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Andrew Chapman. Andrew's the voice of the Jackson Generals. Great to have Andrew with us tonight. And David Wade, Paul Schulze, Worthy Road Studios, where you can watch the game tonight at WNWS.com. And the replay will be up momentarily if you want to watch the replay. Worthy Road Studios, Paul Schulze is the COO, the CEO, the president, chairman of the board. He also produces and handled the replays tonight. We thank Paul so much for his hard work. Great job, Paul. Great job, Gary Lockhart. He's the director tonight for us. Vincent Lockhart was on the main camera, and they did a fantastic job. Fellas, listen, I know it's been a long day. Go get yourself something to eat. Get whatever you want. I mean, you're paying for it, so get whatever you want. We don't mind at all. Great job, Worthy Road Studios. As they're about to sign off, pardon me, losing my voice. And I got radio classifieds tomorrow. So we're going to be at Cambridge, actually, tomorrow from 10 to noon.
To 10 to noon?
10 to noon. You want to come to the show?
I will be at the fire station tomorrow for the first time in a while, just coming back from Gatlinburg.
How they call him the fireman. Hey, happy anniversary, Dave.
Hey, 30 years. I do
great.
got to hand it to Miss Regina Wade, putting up with me for 30 years. Goodness gracious, give the girl a medal.
Boy, that is pretty incredible.
But how lucky is she, you know?
Well, yes, I was...
Don't answer that. Go on,
thinking,
move on.
How unlucky could one woman be? No, Dave, congratulations. I've known you for about 20 years.
Yep.
When Conley was just a baby girl, and now Conley is how old?
27.
27.
Physical therapist.
Man, that's crazy. Cameron Greer's producing and directing. Will be with you until 11 o'clock tonight with his scoreboard and a post-game show. Seabass will be in the studio directly. He's broadcasting the North Side or South Side game at WNWS.com. You can join us. We'll open the phone lines up. Cameron will alert us when we have phone calls at 423-8101. You can also reach us at 800-304-1015. Now, I've got the brackets here for the playoffs. Stan Gerard did a great job putting these together. Stan, thank you very much. He's at home recovering from back surgery. Talked with Stan a little bit ago, and it went very well. Good to hear that,
good
Stan. And also Coach Strapp and Coach Browder and Coach Bryce King for USA helping put this together. And Coach Browder, as they're out in the field house, is doing from time to time some Elvis songs. You know, he was one of the best Elvis impersonators in North America, Coach Tommy Browder. Do you know